field for the 16th meeting between the Letcher Central Cougars and the Whitley County Colonels. The Colonels lead this series 8-7. So these two teams have been a great matchup. 5 of the games so far have been decided with less than 5 points. I mean, that's tight games. Tonight's game not only looks to be a good matchup, of course, with both teams coming in with a 4-4 record this year, but it carries a lot of playoff ramifications with it as well. So the winner of this game is going to be getting to host a hometown first-round game in the playoffs. So it has a lot of meaning for the Cougars and for the Colonels as far as that goes. Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
Well, both teams have wins over Perry Central and losses to Corbin. So this is the rubber match, kind of to say. Right now, these two teams are tied within the district. So whoever wins tonight will come away with that number 2 seed.
Yeah, I mean, it's big things. And this has been a busy night already because we started out the evening with festivities with the homecoming queen candidates. And we wanted to give a big shout-out to our new homecoming queen at Letcher County Central, Miss Jasmine Sexton. The student body voted her as this year's homecoming queen, so congratulations to her. They honored all the seniors tonight. They had them out there and introduced their families, and some of them had some pretty meaningful quotes as well, so it was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's great to see, like I said, celebrations of the student class, of the young people up here at Letcher Central. I showed up a little early, tried to get up here early to try to put the homecoming on, but I forgot that they were doing the double tonight. They were doing homecoming and senior night. So they ended up doing homecoming at 5:45.
Right, yeah, it was one of those deals that it had been rescheduled. It's supposed to have been the last home game, and we weren't able to get that to happen.
Well, the last home game was that we had the monsoon, wasn't it?
Yes. They had wet weather. Mother Nature took over, so nothing we could do about that. But perfect night tonight. I mean, it's cloudy, but other than that, I mean, the weather's perfect.
Oh, yeah, fall weather's fully in gear here in eastern Kentucky. Temperature in the mornings, need your jacket, and in the daytime you're going to sweat, and at nighttime you freeze to death again. So.
Yeah, the temperature's just now starting to cool off a little bit. It's nice. Most of the people don't even have their jackets on yet, but, man, we got a full crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah, when I showed up I showed up at like 5:30 and was getting ready to set up, and when I pulled up the hill, I could tell it was already about 50% capacity. So I said we got a great crowd here on tap tonight for the Letcher Central Cougars. I said looks like the Cougar Crazies got a good crowd down here in the bottom right, too.
Yeah, they always support each other through all the sports. I mean, I really love that about Letcher County. One of the things I've noticed is still people filing in, so there's still people coming in. We got about 5 minutes before game time, but I noticed back here we've had a lot of buses go. I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Josh Webb. He's driving the shuttle bus and shuttling people up because of lack of parking here. With such a big crowd, he's shuttling them up to the field and back. So
yeah, and for those of you that's not been to Letcher County Central, we're not. When we say lack of parking, we're not saying there's not many parking spots. There is 2 or 3 separate parking lots here at the high school. There's just so many people on hand tonight that there's no room left to park.
Yeah, it's a huge crowd. I mean, everybody knows that playoffs hinge on this, so everybody's out.
Yeah, and the momentum's riding high right now. The last couple games. Letcher County's been playing great football, and if you look at the Whitley County side, they've been playing great football lately. So like I said, both these teams hitting their stride right when it means the most, right before playoff time, trying to get in gear.
And, as a coach, that's what you dream of, always be playing your best at playoff time. So the records, even though they are the same, 2 totally different styles of football.
Yeah, like I said, we got good crowds on social media, it looks like, too. Is it one thing I always like to do, Mark, is I'd always try to get it out of the way, get some shout-outs out. I know since I've been calling these games, my mom has become one of the biggest sports fans I know. It wasn't before, but all of a sudden her son calls some games, and she loves them all. I think tonight, though, she's got 4 of her grandkids with her, 2 of them mine. So I got Trenton, Memphis, Winston, White. I've got 2 nephews, and my baby's listening along with my mama tonight.
Yeah, I always want to give a shout-out to my granddaughter. I just have the one granddaughter, Brooklyn, but she's got my heart, and then, of course, my better half, my wife, Deborah, has got hers. So
hey, it makes it more special when you can call these games and know you got some loved ones listening in. But we have just a few minutes left here. We have about 3.5 minutes left before we get this one kicked off. So we're going to kick it out and pay some bills. We'll be back here in 3 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. You fuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time. YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
And welcome back to Cougar Field as the Letcher County Central Cougars come through the middle of the cheerleaders and the band and enter onto the field for tonight's matchup.
Yeah, I always liked we didn't have much like that when I was in high school, but high school's really getting into it now. Get the big Cougar head, got the pyro, got the smoke going, so get these kids really amped up, get this big district game started.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel it already feels like a playoff game in a sense by listening to the crowd. So this should be an exciting ball game. And like I said, these two teams match up fairly well, even though they're totally different. The Colonels run the ball
a lot,
90% of the time, probably.
A lot.
I mean, they've got less, just a hair over 100 yards passing this season. But they've got over 1,950 yards rushing. So, I mean, they can move the ball. And Cougars keep their spread out a little bit different. They've got over 1,200 yards rushing and over 1,300 passing. So, theirs is pretty even keeled. So, it's two totally different types of ball games.
Yeah, which we've seen this before on the Letcher County side, is going up against these teams that like to run the ball. Even last week, Perry Central's known for just kind of ground and pound, backing up and cramming it down your throat. Cougars are one of the few, I'd say, in the mountains that like to do spread it out and sling the ball around.
Yeah, man, they're riding that high from last week's game as well. They came out first quarter last week was a 1-point ball game like we expected, but after that it was all Cougars. I mean, they scored about 7 times unanswered, and
they 46 unanswered.
Yeah. So that they were really riding high, and they're hoping to continue that tonight against Whitley. But I'm sure Whitley's got something to say about it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, like we said, the Colonels are playing good ball right now too. It's not like they didn't just come over here to show up. You know, it's going to be a hard-fought game on both sides.
Yeah, but they did show up in style, I have to admit, in that big coach bus. So we got Big Jackson Meade getting ready to kick the ball off and get this game started.
He's going to give us a few minutes here to get used to these Whitley County players. Number 21 has the ball. Good move up the middle. Able to break one tackle and get all the way up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that's Shane Parker, and he's one of their leading rushers for the season, so I expect to call that name a lot tonight.
Got to work the kinks out here, try to run the clock and make some calls as well. So if the clock's running, I'm sorry, I'll get it stopped as soon as I can. So Whitley County comes out on offense. Like I said, kind of know what we think is going to happen and see if it actually comes to fruition here. So number 10, Clint Parton, takes a snap, hands the ball off the middle to number 21. Good burst of speed there. Gets north and south real quick and a pickup of 10 yards.
Yeah, again, that is Shane Parker, and depending on the spot of the ball, it is indeed an ARH first down. So Colonels come out running right up the middle.
Like I said, if you're looking at the stats, looks like we're getting a heavy dose of Parker tonight. So another handoff, he's up the up back. Cougars a lot better job that time of kind of sealing off those holes and getting the run stopped.
Yeah, I mean, you had Big Sam Webb and company right there plugging up the middle. And I look for the Cougars to kind of do what they did last week, kind of walk people up in the box and challenge you to throw over their defenders.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to work last week. You know, they had the one high safety defensive back each way and just load the other 8 in the box and, dare them, come on, they have to throw the ball over us. Line back up under center. Parker the long back. Hands off to that back again. Quick move out to the left, but only able to get 1 or 2 yards there before he is sniffed out.
Yeah, he was met by Kobe Johnson and Garrett Howard. And they both stopped him dead in his tracks and pushed him back, but he still was able to gain a couple yards before they was able to bring him down.
Yeah, it looks like they're marking for a gain of 1 there. But, yeah, if you get Johnson or Howard, either one a hold of you, unless you're a special kind of running back, you're not going to get much farther.
No, those guys are both very strong young men. So.
Bring him up. Yeah, it looks like there's a flag on the play there. Trying to bring Parker, yeah, sorry. Trying to bring Parker in motion that time. Got him at the outside backer and tried to bring him across and get in motion, get him some free space, but a little bit too much movement there. They got the Colonels for a false start, loss of 5 yards. Back it up, make it 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that Parker's going to get a lot of touches, so they're going to do some eye candy and try to have him lining up at different positions to start out the play.
Well, I mean, you got a back like that. It's your job as a coach to figure out, cool ways to kind of get him some space to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got over 1,200 yards rushing this year, so.
Got a handoff to the up back. Can't catch a number there, but Cougars, looks like Howard and a bunch of them in there on the play, able to stop him for no gain.
Yeah, and that was Cody Bryant. Cody is another one of their leading rushers. Parker and Bryant is 2 of the most popular runs, and then, of course, you got 18, Chris Curtin, that actually keeps it.
Well, a good start for the Cougars. I said that penalty did help. Got them backed up to 4th and 14 here. The Colonels are going to punt. Good low line drive punt. Takes a good bounce for the Colonels. Looks like Speedy was thinking about trying to grab it, but decides against it, and it rolls all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Colonel's got a great roll there.
It's one of those things. It's as a coach, it's like, well, do you want him to grab it or not? But in that case, it could have ended up being a turnover. Speedy made the decision to just let it go ahead and roll down to the 11.
Yeah, real quickly, I want to mention the officials for tonight. The referee is James Adams. The umpire is J.J. Wright. The linesman is Terry Toteson. The line judge is Jonathan Napier. And the back judge is Jeremy Paul Wright.
So Hobart takes snaps, hands it off to Q, gets a big hole out to the right side, has a lot of grass in front of him, only has one defender to beat, is brought down at the 44-yard line. Huge run there by Quentin Williams.
Yeah, I mean, he did that little cross buck, and, man, they wasn't no one near him. So that was a ARH first down play for the Cougars on one touch.
Yeah, I said it was just that was a huge hole. I mean, Quentin just kind of hit out to the right side, and there was a lot of green grass in front of him.
Yeah.
Credit to the Colonels' defensive backs there with enough speed to run him down.
Yeah, they had Johnson in motion running that sweep, and they just did a little cross buck, and they wasn't nobody at home.
Yeah, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Hobart takes a snap, hands off to Williams again. What's that little stutter step? Not much room to go this time, though. The Colonel sniffed that out for a gain of 1.
Yeah, Kierton, the quarterback, was waiting right there on him as a linebacker.
You don't see many quarterbacks at linebacker.
No, that's an odd combination, but that's sure what he's playing.
Well, I mean, if you look at the way he's built for a linebacker's position. But that's just usually you see your quarterback at a safety or even not playing defense.
That's why he's one of their top leading rushers as well.
Well, the Cougars back up on offense here. Looks like they got 2 wideouts stacked out each way. Quentin Williams in the backfield. Hobart takes a snap, looking downfield. Quick out to Williams. A great one-handed catch by Williams. He's still got all kinds of grass. Anyone can catch him. Good cut back there at the 10-yard line. It's going to be a touchdown for the Cougars. The great run there by Williams. Looks like the Colonels is kind of running him down there at the 10-yard line. Sticks his foot in the ground, cuts back. Big touchdown there. Looks like officially that's a gain of 56 yards.
That's just one of those little release passes out in the flats and see what you can get out of it.
Yeah, the check down, there's nothing wrong with the check down sometimes. Hobart didn't see anything he wanted downfield. Gives it down to the back. Williams does the rest. With Adams on here for the extra point. Holds good. Kick is up. And it is good as well. So Adams able to tack on the extra point there. And the Cougars take a 7-0 lead with 7:58 here left in the first quarter. We're going to take one quick commercial break. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett Furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price.
Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
$7:58 in the first quarter, and on a 56-yard pass reception and great run by number 10, Quentin Williams, the Cougars were able to put a quick 6 on the board, and, of course, Emma Adams with their point after. 7-0 favor the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much anything could go much better for the Cougars on that first drive. I mean, they executed what they wanted to do, showed that they can spread the ball out and get the ball where they want it to.
So far, it looks like the game, again, the Virginia team where it was the Quentin Williams show.
Yeah, Central.
Yes.
Yeah, Central-wise, that was 3 or 4 touchdown night for Williams. We'll see how this goes. I said the Colonels could come back tied up real quick. Kickoff by the Cougars, kind of a little low-line drive kick. Gets down to the 20-yard line. Oh, no, muffs the punt. And muffs the kickoff. The Cougars able to rally and get him down right back around the 20-yard line.
That was a great pursuit by the Cougars, but if he hadn't bobbled that ball, I mean, he's got the speed and he's slow getting up, so hopefully it's just a cramp or something.
Well, he got turned about 3 different ways there on the one play. So looks like they are going to take a timeout to check him out, though. So we'll take it with them, and we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
And we're back at Cougar Field as the Colonels begin at their own 20.
Quick handoff up the middle here. That's one thing the Colonels do a great job of is getting north and south quick. You know, they just square those shoulders up and go.
Yeah, that was Bryant, and like you said, he got through that hole quick.
Yeah, it looks like they've got it marked for a gain of 6 yards to bring up 2nd and 4 on the 26-yard line. Oh, 27-yard line, I'm sorry. But actually, yeah, just a good job by the running back. You know, they don't waste much time.
They sure don't.
Colonel's back under center.
Right, once again.
Yep. So Parker's out of the game. They're just going to see a full dose of Brian here, but going well so far. Gain of 4 yards, so a first down, ARH first down for the Colonels.
Yeah, they're able to move the ball so far.
That's the thing about this kind of offense, though, when you're talking about Whitley County, is that this is an on-schedule offense. So they have to be super disciplined. They have to be on time. You know, one penalty can really mess up the flow of this game. Good news, though, for the Colonels is that the Parker does come back into the game. So quick pitch out to Parker, able to get the outside edge, showing off his speed. Only one man left to beat to see if Howard can run him down, and he cannot. So Parker, first play back in the game, goes the distance for the touchdown for the Colonels.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to let people know that he was back in the game, that's for sure.
No, 69-yard run by Parker for the Colonels. So big 69-yard gain there. Ties it up in no time. So once again, I let the clock run. I'm sorry about that. There's 6:38 left in this game, and the Colonels bring on the kicking team to see if they can tie this one up. Kick is up, and it is good. So we are knotted all up at 7-7.
And that's Jacob Centers with the point after.
So I said, well, we talked about it. The Colonels came right back out and said, you know what, we can do the big plays too. Tie it up in no time.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't take no time at all.
No?
One play.
And guys, if you're watching this game, we have 2 more games on tonight on Bluegrass Sports Nation. If you want to, you can tune in over there and watch Prairie Central play the Corbin Red Hounds, or another game, the Breathitt County Bobcats are taking on the Danville Admirals tonight. So we have plenty to choose from.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year as far as football goes. I mean,
well, it's one of the only times that we've not had many opportunities that all 3 teams have had, that BSN covers, has had home games. So this is only the second time we've got this opportunity.
You know, I can't help from noticing the Cougar crazies are down here rallying, trying to get the Cougars to answer back.
Well, I mean, and I wish I had a camera on that, but, you know, a lot of those kids are in pink tonight, so it's kind of promoting the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We haven't got much time left in this month, but still an important cause. Breast cancer awareness affects so many families, mine included, and, you know, something we always got to try to keep in mind.
Yeah, the cheerleaders got pink bows in their hair, and also supporting a great thing.
So kickoff by the Colonels. Deep kick. Back to Ramsey. He's going to try to find a lane, trying to come out to the right side, trying to get the outside edge. Finds a lane. Gets all the way up to the 35-40. Stays inbounds. Gets all the way up, all the way down to the Colonel 42-yard line.
Well, that was another great return for the Cougars.
I mean, it's one big play after another right now. It's hard to catch our breath.
Wow, both offenses are really, really on the move. I mean, special teams included.
Yeah, I mean, good speed on both sides. That's the only reason we've not already had more touchdowns, I guess. We've been able to run some of these big plays down.
I mean, you've still got 6 minutes and 27 seconds, and they've got 2 scores and driving again.
Yeah, so the Cougars come back on offense. Holbrook looks like he got 3 receivers stacked to the right. Hands off to Quentin Williams, who hands it off to Ramsey. Kind of trick play. Ramsey gets the outside edge all the way down to the 20, 15, 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. Now they're going to spot him at the 10-yard line before they're able to bring him down.
Wow, that was pretty nice ball handling. 2 handoffs.
Well, I mean, they set it up, overload right. You know, everyone was on the right side of the field, and Williams comes that way. Ramsey sticks his foot in the ground, goes the other way, takes the handoff, so the counter, and just has a ton of green grass out there in front of him.
Yeah, he gets another ARH first down. I mean,
at the 10-yard line, so that'll be first and goal for the Cougars. Hobart takes a snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson sees his gap on the outside. He races to the corner, and he wins that race. Touchdown for the Cougars. You know, Johnson not known for his speed, but showing it off right there.
Yeah, he's usually a north and south runner, but, I mean, he beat him to the corner that time.
So, I mean, only 6 minutes into this game, we're on our 3rd touchdown.
Yeah, this may end up being a high-scoring affair. I wasn't expecting that, but.
No, not with the way these. I mean, we knew Letcher County has more of a big playability. We expected the Colonels to come out and just kind of ground and pound. But Adams in for the extra point. Good snap. Kicks low, but is good. So, after the extra point, the Cougars retake the lead 14-7 over the Whitley County Colonels. We're going to take one quick break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on BSN.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
.552 left in the first quarter, and the Cougars take the lead again on a 10-yard run from Big Kobe Johnson there, racing to the pylon. 14-7 favor the Cougars, and like you said, 6 minutes in the ball game, we've had 3 scores.
Yeah, it's a lot more high octane than we thought it was going to be, but we'll take it. A good kickoff here by the Cougars, deep kick, took at the 25. Howard first one down there, first one gets a tackle. So the Colonels return it for about 6 yards, and we'll start out on the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Garen Sharp on the return there for the Colonels.
Whitley County coming back out. I'm sure Coach Matthews said you need to know where 21's at. You need to find Parker and know where that kid's at.
Yeah, and like I said, they moving him around a lot, giving him a lot of different looks, so it's pretty interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, Coach Raymer, the coach of the Colonels, used to coach at the Cumberlands.
Oh, really?
If my memory serves me right.
Bring him in motion, hand off to the up back. Quick hand off there to Parker. Cougars get to the ball really quick. Looks like they got a gain of 1 yard there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they kind of zeroed in on Parker. They're going to keep an eye on 21 if possible.
Well, it's a little easier when they've got him as the up back. You know, it's coming the fullback coming straight through the middle. Parker with such great speed. We'd like to see him kind of get some more touches going to the outside.
Yeah, or if he finds a seam, he can make you pay for it up the middle as well, but he's got to get through the initial line.
So line back up under center. Well, it looks like a power I formation here. Hand off to Parker up the middle, able to break one arm tackle and still fighting forward. So it looks turned what looked like a 2-yard gain all the way up to a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, that's just hard running on his part. I mean, the Cougars walk everybody right up in the box, and he still was able to break a tackle and get good yardage.
Yeah, it looked like they'd stopped him initially, got an arm on him, but Parker able to spin out of that and get another 5 yards. It brings up 3rd and 1, looks like, for the Colonels. Now, this is what we talked about. If they can stay on this kind of tempo, picking up 3 to 5 yards every run, this is what the Colonels are really looking to do.
Yeah, this is the type of ball I was expecting from them, not the 69-yard.
Hand off to, oh, my goodness.
Johnson had his number from the get-go.
Johnson shoots the gap. Colonels only needed 1 yard for the first down, but ended up losing 3. Brings up 4th and 4.
Yeah, Kobe stunted through there and was untouched. I mean, he had a free shot at him. And I'm sure Parker's telling him someone's got to
at least, put a hand on that guy. Just slow him down a half a step, please. But Johnson with a great defensive play. Like I said, now bringing up 4th down. 4 yards here. The Colonels still inside their own 40-yard line. Going for it on 4th down. Come up. Looks like a hard count. Trying to get the Cougars to jump. Looking back there to the sideline. Trying to get the call in. Quick pitch out to 14. He's going to get the edge. Looks like the only one out there is Speedy. Able to get the edge all the way up to the 48-yard line. So good play there by the Colonels. Going away from the inside and getting a good pitch to the out.
Yeah, Cantor almost tripped him up there going around the corner, but he was able to keep his footing and made a nice gain in an ARH first down.
Yeah, looks like we have an injured Colonel over there. They're going to get him checked out. So we're going to take one quick commercial break. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
.318 to go in the first quarter, and that was Andrew Brown that made that run, and for the nice 4th down conversion for the Colonels, and they got a drive going.
Yeah, like I said, not used to the bigger plays. We don't see those a lot of times from the Colonels, but tonight seems like it's an easy thing to find.
Yeah, right now, I mean, for both teams, it's been if the offense can get to that outside corner, they've made the other team pay.
So that's looks like the injured players may just had the wind knocked out of them. Hope that's all it was. Colonels come back out. So Kierton under center, I formation, hard count, hand off to Parker. Oh, they run into each other. A little miscommunication there, and it results in a loss of looks like a loss of 2 yards for the Colonels.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a miscommunication on the play, and he just kind of went down, and luckily they didn't fumble that ball for the Colonels. And the Cougars was right there in case they did, though.
Yeah, it looked like the running back may have just taken a bad angle. Kierton turned around there to hand the ball off and literally ran face-to-face into Parker. Come back out, one wide out to the left, one back. Looks like Parker's off to the right side. Comes in motion, hand off to the up back. Quick tackle there by the Cougars. Couldn't catch a number. Garrett Howard there for the tackle. Looks like stops him for a 2-yard gain.
Yes, Cody Bryan on the run, and like you said, Howard kind of come up from the linebacker position and met him head on.
So the Letcher County defense kind of playing I call it a kind of dangerous defense. You got those linebackers shooting those gaps. Potential for a big stop. Loss, gain, tackle for loss in the backfield. But if that pitch is to the outside, then potential for the Colonels to have a big gain.
Yeah, but the Colonels hasn't thrown a pass yet, so they're loading the box and going to challenge them to do it and see how it works out.
So third and a little over 10 yards here for the Colonels. Bring the running back in motion. Look, overload left. Pitch to Parker out to the left. Good job by number 1 there. Was that Outlaw?
Yeah, it's Outlaw.
Outlaw coming up and setting the edge, forcing Parker back to the inside.
And then, of course, Kentzer and company was there to wrap him up.
So deja vu here. We are back at 4th and 4 again for the Colonels.
But they're on the Cougar side of the field this time.
Yeah, this time it's a little easier to go for you. You've already got 20 more yards upfield. Feels a little bit easier to take this chance.
Well, I mean, each time that the Cougars have returned it, this is where they've started anyway, so.
Yeah, we can't say this would be the best starting field position for the Cougars. I said Speedy returned one all the way down to the 42 down here.
I know it.
See what the Colonels draw up. Last time they had a little bit of a little eye candy and a pitch to the outside. Parker is the running back. Here it takes snap, hands to Parker as the up back, able to get north and south straight up and gain of 5 yards. So it looks like another ARH first down for the Colonels.
Yeah, I mean, he just hits the hole so quick and so hard. Pretty impressive from running back.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to the ones, there wouldn't be a hole there. Those big boys up front doing some great work. Getting the logo. You watch them get off the ball quickly, being able to create those spots. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out, and that will be the end of the first quarter here in Whitesburg with the Cougars up 14-7. We're going to take a quick commercial break. It'll be about a minute and a half, and we'll be right back here for some more Cougar football on BSN.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
And we're back with the second quarter as the Colonels continue their drive. They're down to the 38-yard line. Still moving the ball after that conversion.
Yeah, come back under snap here. Kirchen to get the call from the coach. Parker, the only back. Takes snap, hands off to Parker up the middle. Met quickly by some Cougars, and a bunch of flags come flying in. Not sure what those are for. Kind of in the area of holding, but could also be a face mask, hands to the face, something like that interior line.
There's another flag. As they was getting up, someone threw a flag, so they're getting a little bit choppy, I think.
So, little extra football after the whistle blowed. Well, they're sorting this out. Quick score update. Corbin ups 14-0 over Perry Central. Looks like the Bobcats up 20-0 over the Danville Admirals.
Offsetting personal fouls.
So the initial call of
was for
still waiting to see what's going on. Yeah.
They got a chop block, and then the other 2 dead ball fouls was offsetting.
Okay, so 15-yard penalty, chop block on the Colonels. And then the offsetting penalties will just back the ball at 15 yards, replay the down, so it'll be 1st and 25 for the Colonels.
Yeah, both the players was a little heated at the end of that, and so they threw flags on both of them and just told them to calm down.
Yeah, the officiating crew's done a great job tonight, keeping kind of contact with the players, letting them know what they expect and how this game needs to go. So 1st and 25, fake pitch out and throw out to the running back out in the wide, out in the flat. Looks like it's good for a 7-yard gain there for the Colonels.
Yeah, and that was their first pass play of the night there, and it was out to Gary Elmore, and so he just rolled out of the backfield there and caught a nice little pass for a little bit of yardage.
You can see what all that running does. That fake pitch to Parker had 2 or 3 of the defenders there for the Cougars heading to the outside edge. They just rolled back bootleg to the other side and able to get a quick 7-yard gain.
Yeah, Mason Stevens came up and made the tackle for the Cougars.
So back under center here. Bring Parker in motion. Hand up to the up back. Big hole up the middle. Able to pick up. He's still on his feet. Taking some big hits there. They're saying he was already down. Ball did come out, saying he's already down. Able to pick up like 14 yards there. Bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that was a very hard run, hard gained battle for Bryant there. He ran that ball hard. They made initial contact after just a few yards, and he drove them with him for a long time.
Yeah, and they said there at the end he took a big hit and still held on to the football. So it brings up 3rd and what looks like 9 now. 3rd and 9 for the Colonels. All the way down there on the 37-yard line. Parker's in motion. They pitch to the outside. Great. Smith able to shoot the gap there and get in the backfield and shut Parker down.
Yeah, I think the Cougars are just going to key on Parker, and if the Colonels end up beating the Cougars, they're going to have to do it with someone else.
Yeah, so it looks like a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th and 13 for the Colonels on the 40-yard line. 4th and 13 is a whole lot to ask for on a run-dominant offense.
Yeah, very much so, especially if you cannot get your best running back around to the outside corner.
So let's see what the Colonels choose to do here. We have an officials timeout. So it looks like they are going to back up and punt the ball here. Looks like Parker is the punter, though. That's never good. Your best running back is the punter, always liable for a fake. He does back up. It is a fake.
Oh, it's a
quick
pass.
Throw. He gets they are able to get him out of bounds at the 27-yard line, which is right at the first down marker. This one's going to be close. Well, the line judge looks like about a half yard short. Let's see what. This is going to be close, Mark.
Yeah, I think they'll have to measure it.
Well, yep, tell them to get the Cougars back on the sideline while they discuss this.
Well, I thought they called in for the change, but they haven't.
Not called anything yet. Trying to wait and see what the refs kind of get lined out here. Like I said, a good job for the Colonels. Like I said, it was 4th and 13. Back up and do a fake punt pass for what looks like to be about 13 yards. So,
they're clipping the yard line over there so they can bring it across.
Comes the chain crew. See where this ball is. Be a huge momentum play here. The Colonels would be deep in the Cougar territory.
Yeah, I mean, one way or the other, whatever this outcome is going to be huge momentum. Either Cougars have made a great stop or they continue the drive.
All right, it's placing the foot on the chain. Get this all stretched out. Everybody just kind of sitting on the edge of their seats here, waiting to see what's going on. Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of like a whodunit.
White hat making sure the line judge which way he grabbed the chain. And just grabbing it on one side of the line or the other can make a big difference in this kind of situation.
Oh, absolutely. Football's a game of inches, and this is one of those instances where it's going to hold true.
So, some of the coaches getting a little anxious down here, waiting on this call still.
Not sure what they're doing.
Not sure either.
It's not even going to be close that way.
Mm-mm. It's somehow. Looked like it needed to get to the 27, but when they moved the chain marker, it came to the 28. Which, whatever way it is a first down for the Colonels. They will keep possession of the ball.
You usually clip the chain at
a 10 or a 5.
Right, but I'm not sure. But either way, the guys in the striped shirt says it's first down Colonels, and they continue their drive.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the Colonels at the 27-yard line. Fresh set of downs. So see if the Cougar defense can kind of step up here and bend and not break, or see if the Colonels can bust this one in and get this game tied back up at 14.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a good matchup, but, man, it's been really tense.
Yeah, so far, it's kind of building some suspense up here, too. Like I said, these close calls, fake punts, some big plays going on.
Yeah, you got a lot of people in the stands that's standing up now, kind of
trying to figure out that last call, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's scratching their head a little bit, but they've made the call, and here we go.
Yeah, back under center. The Colonels come back out. Got Parker in the backfield. Steps out, checks the play with the coach. Bring him back in motion. Hand to Parker's the up back. Able to burst forward. Looks like for a gain of 4 yards.
He hits a hole about as quick as any running back that I've seen.
Yeah. Him and Williams are almost like polar opposites.
Yeah.
If you think about Quentin Williams' runs, he's a very patient runner. He gets in behind his blockers, waits to see the hole. Parker says that, I know where the hole's at. I'm just going to go ahead and go.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He hits it hard.
So 2nd and 6 here for the Colonels, back under center. Cougars start bringing everybody up and loading the box. Houston steps back out and says, well, let them get reset, get the play call. Back comes in motion, handoff to Parker again. Hits the gap, no one's going to touch him. Touchdown for the Colonels. So talking about that quick burst, there it is again.
Yeah, and where they walked everybody up in the box, once he makes that initial gap, he's gone.
Yeah, and Parker with such quick acceleration, he doesn't need much room. He gets a little bit of green grass, he can make a whole lot happen. So with 8:28, the Colonels answer back. See if they can get the extra point here. And Parker's do it all. He's taking the snap. Gets the hold. Kick is up. And good. So they do tie it up. 14-14 here. So with 8:28 here to go in the second quarter, we have a good one here, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it don't get no closer.
No, as I said, it's kind of like a reset. We play from here forward and see who wins. But while they're getting reset up, we're going to take one quick commercial. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
.28 to go in the second quarter, and we now have a new score after the Colonels has come back and tied it up 14-all, and this is turning out to be a barn burner.
Yeah, every time we turn around, it's been a great ball game. Everybody's answering back. Nobody able to get any room. Colonels back down for the kickoff. Gonna kick it off to the Cougars. Have a little high spiral. Quentin Williams takes it at the 25, looking for room, makes his cut, and is able to push ahead almost to the 40-yard line. It looks like they do spot him at the 40.
Yeah, it looked like Justin Grubbs come up with the tackle there on Williams.
So Williams showing off, able to get the ball, a little space, gets it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So the Cougars keep getting good starting field position.
Yeah, the whole ball game they've started outside the 30. I mean, they've had good field position so far every possession.
So the Cougars spread it out. They got two wideouts each way with Williams and Holbrook in the backfield. They bring Smith in motion. Holbrook takes a snap, looks downfield, going long, going for Smith. He's got him, and he drops the ball. Smith, a great opportunity there, just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, and, you know, Holbrook took a pretty good lick there, but he got up with no problem after he had a lot of pressure. Had a big guy breathing down his neck there. It looked like Clyde Johnson, defensive end there, was right on his case.
Yeah, and delivered still was, he hung in there and delivered a beautiful ball there.
Yeah,
dropped it in over the shoulder.
Dropped it right in there, and usually Smith brings those in, so.
Yeah, good play formation. They had brought Smith in motion, let him get some momentum build up, took off, got behind the defense. So Cougars back, take the snap, two running backs, hands it off to Smith, trying to take it out to the right outside edge, gets around to the right, able to get some yardage, looks like 6 yards to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they had a whole host of Colonels there. I couldn't tell who got the initial hit, but there was about 6 or 7.
That play was slow developing. Smith trying to get that outside edge, it just kind of drug out all the way to the sideline, but Smith finally able to find a little bit of room and turn upfield for a gain of 6.
Yeah, the Colonels did a good job of trying to string it out and had good pursuit. Smith was just able to work his way up the field.
They've got it marked a second down over there, but it should be 3rd down and 4, shouldn't it? There it goes, 3rd down and 4. They caught it. So Holbrook takes a snap. Williams in the backfield. Oh, we have a
timeout by the Colonels.
Timeout, Whitley County. Yep. So big 3rd down here. Going to talk it over. So we're going to take a timeout with them. We're going to kick it out for about 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
$7:25 to go in the second quarter. Cougars have a 3rd and 4. Colonels had to take a timeout there. Evidently, didn't like the way what they had set up. So we want to give a shout out real quick to Letcher County Farm Bureau, one of our sponsors who sponsors the scoring drives, and everything's been so fast paced we neglected to mention their name. So I want to give a shout out to Mark Wright and company down there at Letcher County Farm Bureau.
Yeah, so the Cougars come back out. They got 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right, and Williams in the backfield with Holbrook. Looking over the sideline, getting the play call. Takes a snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams looking for some room outside edge, not able to get there. Colonels wrap him up, looks like for a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, Bryant just was able to string that out and hold him up there until they could get to some help. So nice play on his part by the Colonels.
And that's the second outside run in a row. We've kind of said that same thing. You know, Colonel's doing a good job of extending that edge, not letting the runner get outside. Textbook defense there for the edge.
Yeah, Brian is a stocky little guy. He, not meaning to date myself, but he reminds me of Rocky Blyer back in the day. I mean, he's hit the hole quick and hard.
So the Cougars line up to go for it here on the 45-yard line. Holbrook and Williams try to hard count, try to get the easy first down and get the Colonels jump off sides, but defense holding strong. Got a stack of 3 wide receivers down on the low side. They have the same play again with Smith. Reverse around to the outside. Looks fighting forward, and he fights for the first down.
That was all Brett Smith.
That was a hard-nosed run by Smith. It looked like he was tackled 3 yards short, then tackled 1 yard short. Just kind of spins around, uses those legs, and drives forward for the first down, the ARH first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, that nice little extra effort by Smith is what allowed them to keep this driver going.
Holbrook looking deep, trying to get it all, trying to get speedy, and just overthrows it.
Yeah, that's one of those timing plays, and, I mean, he just out-threw him just a hair.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do sometimes. You could tell that Ramsey had it in gear getting downfield, but just not able to bring that one back in.
Yeah, again, the Colonels had some pressure on Holbrook back there. He had to let that ball go pretty early.
So we'll bring up 2nd and 10 here on the 49-yard line for the Cougars. A little different formation we usually see. 1 wide out each way. We got Johnson to Holbrook's right and Williams set deep. Hand off to Williams up the middle.
Jeez,
oh, my goodness.
What a hit.
That was
big number 66.
Yeah.
Held up his blocker, Ethan Woods, and just drilled him when he come by.
Having a blocker on one arm, and they were still able to lay Williams out with the other.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a huge play.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 49-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Cougars.
That was an impressive play.
Yeah, that one's going on the highlight reel for sure. Like I said, had one of the big Cougar linemen on his right arm, just reaches out with his left and knocks Williams down. So the Cougars line up. Really spread 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right.
That just emphasizes how tough those linemen are playing in there.
Yeah, Holbrook going to take snap, 3rd and 12. Rolls out to his left, looking downfield. Doesn't see anything, takes the ball himself, cuts back to the middle, keeps fighting forward, and looks like he picks up about. We're going to bring up 4th and 4.
Yeah, so, I mean, he ended up falling forward there quite a bit, made a nice little gain out of it.
So the ball down to the 42-yard line, 4th and 4 for the Cougars. So, well, it looks a lot easier now. 4th and 13 would not have looked very well, but 4th and 4 may be manageable.
Yeah, and you know they're going to go for it at this spot in the field.
Yeah. Holbrook's going to take a snap, 3 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. Gets the play call from the sideline. Looks like we have another timeout from Whitley County. So, big 4th down play coming up here. We'll keep it right here, Mark. What would you think is going to happen?
Well, Whitley County's hoping that they can make a stand right here and get another chance to score before the end of the quarter, of course. But Cougars, they've done that little double handoff play twice with success, so 3rd time may be the charm.
Oh, you know, it's not been a good night for 4th down defense. If you think about it, 4th and 3, 4th and 4 has not been undoable tonight. It's how we've seen it converted 3 or 4 times already.
By both teams.
Yeah, both ways. I mean, Out 4th and 14 on a fake punt. Like, the fourth down defense has not been a good thing tonight. So we see what the Cougars can pull out here if they're going to go more traditional, or you can say maybe go with a trick reverse play. It's worked, but every time they've ran it so far. The Colonels looking, like I said, just they've let the ball down all the way down to the 42-yard line. But if they can get a turnover here with 4:43 left in the second, have plenty of time to get down and get another score and maybe take the lead into halftime.
Yeah, and that would be a big deal going into halftime up by 7.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of sets the tempo. It feels a lot better being up at half. Trying to get a score update from around the other games. Looks like Corbin just scored. It's up 27-0 on Prairie Central. I'll get to Breathitt-Game in a minute. Got Holbrook and Williams in the backfield. We got a stack of 3 wide receivers.
And they're up so close on Smith, they may do a fly pattern.
Holbrook backs up. Rips down the left side to Smith. Gets his hands on it, but pass incomplete.
Yeah, that was the nice defensive play there by Andrew Brown, but he played up so close on Smith, and Smith did that swim move, and I didn't think he could get back there, but, man, he did.
Mm-hmm. So ball will stay at the 42-yard line, but the Colonels will take over after that big defensive stop.
Yeah, that was a huge play, and that's why the Colonels was using their timeouts. They're hoping to get some time left on the clock to grind it down the field.
Looks like it's score update from the Riverbank down there in Breathitt County. The Breathitt County Bobcats up 34-0 with 4:11 left in the second quarter. Colonel's trying to get the Cougars to jump off sides. Get the play call, get back under center. Looks like Parker is the only back, bring in motion. Pitch to the outside. Smith tries to shoot the gap. Misses, and the Colonels are able to pick up 3 yards.
Yeah, Elmore on the carry there. He tried to cut it back in, but nothing doing. The Cougars was in hot pursuit.
Yeah, Smith took his gamble, got upfield quickly. At least they were able to slow down the Colonels back for a half a step, but still able to pick up 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Colonels. Hard count. Kiersing steps out, looks for the play. Comes in motion, takes a snap. Parker handed off up the middle. Big gain there. Still on his feet, driving forward. They're going to spot him down. Looks like about the 44-yard line.
I mean, he is just a phenomenal athlete. There's all there is to it. I mean, when he gets the ball, he makes things happen. Cougars been keying on him and still have trouble reining him in. He got another ARH first down.
Yeah, he took the ball all the way down to the Cougar 44-yard line. So the Colonels doing what we said they need to do here before half. Kind of try to get this momentum flip, see if they can get the lead right before halftime.
Yeah, and they ran the shot at the play clock right down to the wire before they snapped it.
Looks for the play call, getting back under center. See if they bring back in motion. Hand to Parker up middle. Still on his feet. Finally, Smith gets a hand on him. Ramsey, couple different Cougars get a hold of him, but not before he has another, looks like 22-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, that's another 8-yard first down, and, man, he's just saying, follow me.
Yeah. A 21-yard gain. They got him spotted down at the 23-yard line. So, Parker just kind of getting what he wants right now, hitting those gaps up the middle. Such a great burst of speed. He's getting to that second level before the Cougars can get a hold of him.
Yeah, I mean, they have to come up with way to stop him.
Another hard count. Steps out, gets his play call. Until this Colonel offense has got a certain rhythm to it. Bring the back in motion. Hand to Parker again, but already a couple wrapped up, but there's a flag comes in on the play.
Jackson Meade there wrapped him up at the beginning there. The flag come in.
Yeah, Meade got a hold of him quickly, but Was it a block or a face mask? Or it's all. Well, the Colonel's already backing up, so it doesn't look good. Indication of a hold against the Colonels. It's going to back it up 10 yards and replay the down. So it'll bring up 1st and 20 for the Colonels.
With their type of offense, that can be a costly error at this time.
Yeah, what we've seen, the last game by Parker was 21 yards. That'd be plenty enough for the first down right now. So the Colonels come back up under center, bring the back in motion, backs up for a throw, got his target wide open, and he drops it. Had the ball on his hip, just not able to bring it in.
And, that's only the second pass play, and, man, it was wide open.
Yeah, it was a great effort. Like I said, 24 able to get his hands on it, brings it all the way in, but then when he hits the ground, the ball does come out, so incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was a nice play call from the Colonel sideline, though. I mean, he was
wide open.
Yeah, they ran the defensive back towards the middle and left him wide open as he come out through the middle.
Well, that's what all this running's good for, though. You kind of get the defense trained. Hand the ball off, look for the runner. Hand the ball off, look for the runner. When you pull it out and back up for a throw, a lot of times there's not a defender there.
Yeah, like I said, that's the way you have to do to keep them honest, because they're just walking up and loading the box right now.
So Colonel back under center. Parker in the backfield, brings the back in motion. Hands the ball up the middle, but the Cougars able to sniff that one out. Looks like a gain of maybe 1 yard. Will bring up 3rd and 19 for the Colonels.
That's Big Jackson Meade again in there. I mean, he's hanging tough in that interior line.
Yeah, he's having to work a lot tonight. The Colonels run a lot. A gap, B gap, they run right up the middle. So Meade
and Samuel is really working hard.
Having to work hard tonight.
Surgeon on this side. So, I mean, those three guys have had their hands full.
This is when you play a team like Whitley County, so much eye candy, so much they can kind of run outside, inside. You have to have a lot of discipline on defense. Whitley County backs up, looks like in a shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to the right. Snap to Parker. Parker backs up and throws. Able to bring it down all the way at the 5-yard line.
But he paid for that.
Yeah,
though.
Parker took a big hit on that pass. So first down for Whitley County, all the way down to the 5. 1st and goal.
So Parker can not only run the ball, but he can throw it.
Well, counting on that punt, he's 2 for 2, isn't he?
Yeah.
So 1st and goal for Whitley County at the 5-yard line.
With a minute on the clock.
Yep, 1:05 and counting here. Not sure what that.
Timeout. Colonels.
All right, timeout. Yep, timeout Whitley County. That'll be their 3rd and final timeout of this half. So we'll kick it out for a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
And we're back here with 56 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Colonels are driving in on the Cougars. They got the ball on the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
Yeah, just like I said, waiting to see how this ends out here on this drive. Thought the Cougars looked like they had the Colonels stopped way back here, but a huge pass play by Parker. The one we keep talking about is running back. Parker is showing off he has more than one talent, able to complete the pass all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's kind of been doing it all for him.
Colonels come back out. Hard count. Gets the play call in. Brings it back in motion. Hands to the back Parker, who fights down. Looks like they bring him down about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I mean, he just squirted through the hole and made a dive, but we got a Cougar that's down right now.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to stop the clock to get the injured player checked out here. So they're going to take a timeout. See this injury. We'll take one quick commercial, and we'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
So with 38 seconds, the Cougars got the ball on the 1 yard line, trying to drive in on the Cougars.
Hand off quickly to Parker, and he is in for the touchdown. So coming off that injury timeout, the Colonels draw it up. Nothing much different than what they've done so far this game. Hand off to Parker, the up back. He just kind of charges his way in for another Colonel touchdown.
Yeah, so Parker on another Letcher County Farm Bureau scoring drive for the Colonels.
Takes the snap, points up, and it is good. So extra point is good for the Colonels. They extend this lead 21-14. So with just 24 seconds left here, Cougars will get the ball back. Mark, do you think they'll play conservative and just go into the locker room?
Well, we've been getting a big run back to start with, so I wouldn't surprise me if Whitley County doesn't do some kind of squib kick here and hopefully keep them from getting a return.
Yeah, just try to keep it out of some of those playmakers' hands. We've seen Smith, Williams, everybody but Ramsey really so far. The speed guys back here for the Cougars been able to break a big play.
Yeah, if they can get far enough down, the Cougars may go for it and try to get back, but this return is going to dictate what happens, I think.
Yeah, the Colonels come back out, get the ball lined up. See if they kick it deep. Little pooch kick down the middle. The Cougars able to fall on it there. It looked like they may have had an opportunity, the Colonels did, to try to get downfield, but able to get back on top of that ball.
Yeah, you got 24 seconds, and they're starting on their own 38, so.
And that was Connor Hall able to get back on the ball there for the Cougars.
Holbrook may try to air it out here. I mean, we've had a couple of times where he's had receivers that beat the defense and just wasn't able to reel it in, so maybe they'll give it another shot.
Cougars come out, one wide out to the right, three to their left with Williams and Holbrook in the backfield. Those offsides. Yep. Looks like there's offsides there, so got to get 5 free yards for the Cougars. Bring up 1st and 5 from the, 43-yard line.
Yeah. So he was definitely trying to get the advantage there and try to time his stunt, but just a hair early. Cougars get a break.
Maybe making a clock change. Trying to reset the game clock.
think they would reset it back to 24 if it was offsides.
Yeah, that's what we still have is 24. There it
and
goes.
They did.
Said 24. The other Cougars come out a little bit different formation. They still in shotgun. Got 2 wideouts each way with Holbrook and Williams in the backfield. Takes the snap. Holbrook looking deep downfield. Just flips it out to Williams out here in the flat. Williams makes a couple moves. Is able to pick up the first down.
Timeout, Cougars.
So Williams able to make a couple good moves there and gets the ball down to the Colonel 48-yard line for a first down. 16 seconds left on the clock.
And Cougars called a timeout there to try to get something set up after that ARH first down.
Yeah, so it's still a little bit of time to work with. 16 seconds, got 2 or 3 plays you can run, especially with still 2 timeouts left.
Well, they've moved the ball 20 yards in 8 seconds, so.
Yeah, 5 of those were freebies. That skews your number a little. Maybe get 5 more. Like I said, this motion's maybe kind of running a little bit high here. So trying to get into half of the lead. You know, it's an obvious passing situation, so some of these defenders may be getting ready to key off and try to get into the backfield, excuse me.
Yeah, both teams have been doing that hard count a lot, so sometimes they can draw an anxious defense.
So 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Holbrook takes a snap, rolls out to the right, looking downfield, flips it to Williams, who's not able to pick up much. Looks like he gets about 3 yards before he is taken down at the 45-yard line.
And the Cougars have to use another timeout because he could not get out of bounds.
Yeah, not a smart play call there not smart to not get out of bounds there by Williams. Says he got the ball a little bit behind him, though, couldn't get out of bounds.
I think that was just a check-off by Holbrook, and they was hoping to get out of bounds and save a timeout, but they were defended down the field pretty good.
So 9 seconds left. Another timeout here by the Cougars. Try to get some halftime scores in. Looks like Corbin Redhounds are up 28-3 over the Commodores, and the Bobcats are up 36-0 over Danville. So a little bit more entertaining game here, Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a very interesting game this first half.
Yeah, I mean, we can't draw it up much better. Back and forth, the lead, ties, fake punts, going forward on 4th down in your own territory, deep in the other territory. We've had all kinds of different scenarios. Cougars come back out, spread it out, 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Holbrook and Williams in the backfield. Holbrook takes a snap, looking deep downfield, goes deep down the middle, looking for Ramsey, just overthrows it.
Yeah, I mean, they had great coverage. They had 3 Colonels back there, so it was just trying to air something out and make something happen and hope for maybe for a nice catch or even an interference call.
Yeah, and now with 4 seconds left, the last play of the half, see if the Cougars just kind of launch one out there, Hail Mary by Holbrook, and see if someone can come down with it. So if you're the Colonels, do you play prevent or do you just play a man up, or what would you think, Mark?
Well, you don't mind them moving the ball as long as they don't get in that end zone, so I'd play prevent. But if they all run back like they did there then, don't be surprised for something up here short and see what these speedsters can do.
So Holbrook going to take a snap. Got 4 wideouts. There he goes. Rolls out left. Quick throw. Little underthrown there. 0's on the clock, though. So that will do it for the first half here in Whitesburg. And the Whitley County Colonels are going to go into the locker room with a 21-14 lead. So we are going to kick it out for just a few minutes. Get some commercials in. We'll be back here in about 4 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughan Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughan Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price.
Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
And we're back here at the Cougar Field as the celebration continues. They're honoring the seniors in the LCC's band right now on the field. And just a quick recap of the first half of the ball game. It's been a defensive struggle for both teams. The offense has really produced a lot. First quarter, the Cougars started off right off the bat. Quentin Williams Q ran a 56-yard run after catching a quick out pass and got the first score. And Emma Adams put on the point after attempt and made it 7-0. Shane Parker answered straight back with a 69-yard blast, and Centers put in the point after to tie it up at 6:38, so less than 2 minutes. Actually, less minute and a half. And then Kobe Johnson came right back and was able to get a 10-yard rush as the Cougars took back the lead 14-7 to round out the first quarter. But started out the second quarter, Shane Parker show again. 8:28 left in the quarter. Scores. Center adds the PAT and makes it 14-all. And then right as the half was come to a close with 24 seconds left, the Colonels were able to get Parker in the end zone again, and Centers, of course, added the point after and make it 21-14 at the half. And this ball game has been an interesting one, if nothing else, Matt.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see if the defense could get any stops. A lot of good stops down to fourth down, but still not being able to get off the field. I think there's already been 5 fourth down conversions completed tonight. Kind of keeping these offenses moving. Not what else to say.
Yeah, I mean, there've actually been more first down conversions than not. And I think it's going to come down and be interesting to see what adjustments that both coaches make at the half, especially on the defensive side, because the Cougars have to find some way to put the brakes on Shane Parker, because this young man is having a game.
Yeah, if you look at the offensive game plans for both sides, we kind of know what their identities were coming in. The Colonels were going to line up, kind of shove it down your throat. A couple misdirection plays, get outside every now and then, maybe a couple play actions. Their offensive game plan has kind of gone to a T so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a closer game than I actually thought it would be, but it's been a higher scoring game. I didn't think it would be that high paired of an offense, but it's just been bam, bam, answering back and forth. This game may come down to who has the ball last.
Yes, we're going to see coming out here at the beginning of the second half. See if we can get defensive stop. But I can now say the offenses are just kind of juggernauts. They're being able to get up and down the field at will. The only thing that's not been going good tonight, I would say the Cougars' passing game. They've been able to spread the ball out, and they've had a couple of opportunities deep downfield. They've just not been able to bring those passes in.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. They've had some open looks, but they've just not been able to complete their plays. And part of that, you got to give credit to the Colonels for having pressure on Holbrook in the backfield.
Yeah, he's taking some big hits tonight. See what's in. We have about 10 minutes left here while they're still doing the senior presentations on the field. So we're going to kick it back out for a quick commercial break, and we'll come back out and see if these coaches can make the right adjustments on defense and offense and see how they can get their teams ready to go. So we'll be right back here in about 4 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. a place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between, we're committed to serving you with the latest technology, whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time. YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
And we're back here at Cougar Field as the festivities still continue. We got these little girls out here dancing now and putting on a show. Finish up the halftime. Cougars and Colonels are still in their respective locker rooms and not out on the field. So 21-14 is the score. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments that Coach Matthews and Coach Reimer come up with for the second half. Pretty obvious that when the teams get out here, they're going to have to put an additional time on the clock to allow them to stretch and loosen up as it cools off this evening. You know, you're going to make sure that your players are good and loose. But this game has turned out to be, Matt, exactly what we talked about. They've matched up really well, and we talked about that before the game and even on the intro. These teams have an even record. They've played 15 times, and, I mean, it's just nip and tuck every time. It's for the 5 games, 4 or 5 games was less than 5 points.
Yeah.
Separated to 2 wins, so.
Yeah, both these programs have had their ups and downs, like I said, but it seems like when they come to play each other, they always bring their best ball.
And that's usually what it goes. But like I said, you got a lot riding on this game. This win is a big deal.
Yeah, like I said, both coming in 4-4. But like I said, the seeding makes a big difference. You get your home game for playoffs, or you may have to go to the road.
And that's basically what this game's all about, being able to have that first playoff game at home.
Yeah, and so looks like we have some little zombies or something here on the field.
Yeah, they were really cute. The youngest group was out there, and they all had zeros on, and now the next age group have ones. So they're moving on up.
So
both teams have come out to the end zones now and started loosening up and getting ready for this second half.
And this game, as close as it's been, it's going to be, which coaches, what have they seen, what kind of changes have they made, what kind of adjustments have they made during halftime to slow these offenses down. Obviously, when you think about the Cougars' defense, spotting 21 might be a great idea.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure Coach Matthews has mentioned that they want to know where he is on the field at all times. And like I said, one of the things that I think is really, really interesting is both these teams have taken care of the ball extremely well. So,
we've seen a couple of loose balls, but it's usually been after the play.
Right.
Turnovers have been limited. Like I said, there's not many penalties in the game. We had a little bit of chippiness there in the first, but besides that, both teams have played clean games. It's been a great night of football.
It really has, and like I said, this first possession or first couple of possessions is going to dictate probably how the rest of the night will go.
And they put the 3 minutes back on the clock for the warm-up period. These young ladies have done a great job down here.
Yeah, I can't imagine being that young and being in front of this crowd, because we still have a huge crowd here. No one's left.
So we have 2.5 minutes here before the second half gets kicked off. Try to get a score update from our other games going on tonight on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Over in Hazard, looks like Perry County has just made a stop and got the ball back. They are down 3-28 to the Corbin Redhounds. And the second half has started in Breathitt as well. They're still up 36-0 over Danville.
I mean, that game has been one-sided from the get-go. I mean, they've made a great showing there.
Yeah, but talking about some stuff we have coming up here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, tomorrow morning I've got to be up bright and early. The 14th Region Volleyball Tournament will start tomorrow in Powell County High School, so if everybody's not got anything to do tomorrow, you can come down and have a full day of volleyball down in Powell County. It's 8 teams left in the region, so they're going to get that tournament kicked off. The first game will be at 11 tomorrow morning between the Knott Central Lady Patriots and the Breathitt County Volley Cats. So BSN will have all 7 games. We'll have the 4 first-round games that are tomorrow, and 2 semifinal games will be on Monday night, and then the championship game will be on Wednesday night.
Wow. That's a quick turnaround for a regional tournament, I mean.
Yeah, like I said, try to get it. I'm glad they did it on Saturday. Gets all 4 of those games in and done. And then on Tuesday night, I forgot, there's a regional band showcase going on at the Forum in Hazard. So they've asked Bluegrass Sports Nation to come up there and air that. So, we do love showcasing the sports around the mountains, but we're not just about sports. We like to showcase all the young people we can within this region. So we're going to go up there and do that band event. So if you want to tune in for that on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of year when basketball season is about to begin and football kind of overlaps during the playoffs and stuff. So, man, it's really keeps you hopping.
Yeah, I get about 2 weeks off here between when volleyball kind of takes down and then all the basketball starts to step up. So, that is one thing we're trying to get geared up for is we have a lot of basketball games on the schedule this year. We're going to try to do 10 home games per team. So, thinking about Letcher County, we're going to do 10 boys home games and 10 girls home games. So, it gets a little complicated when we cover 7 high schools now. So, we're projecting to do 140 basketball games. Whether we get to that number or not, we'll try our best.
Hopefully, not only do we get to do that, but we get to cover them in region play.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing. It's one of the funnest parts of the year, getting to go to these region tournaments.
Oh, absolutely. I love the energy in regional tournaments. Cougars are out on the field and ready to roll. So,
yep, the Cougars are going to receive. So real quick, said this first drive could be a huge thing here if they can bring it back and get it tied back up 21-21 and change the feel of the game again.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach Reimer had used his timeouts and stuff and trying to get that initial score in, because they knew the Cougars were going to be getting the ball the second half.
So here we go. Colonel's back up. Kick it up to, sure he has that. Makes a great cut all the way across the field and able to get this outside edge. Brink takes the ball stays on his feet, cuts upfield, and stays alive all the way down to the 30-yard line.
And Cancer with a great return there. I mean, wow, starting on the other team's own 31.
Good eyes there. I could not catch as the player was coming across the field, but that's number 9, Kinzer, with a great return.
Well, they backed him up to the 32-yard line, but still great position for the Cougars. I think that's their best field position of the night.
That's saying something, too. They've had some good run backs. So
Yeah,
32-yard line where the Cougars will take over here to start the second half. You got Holbrook and Williams in the backfield. And Kobe walking around, shifting sides. Takes the snap, hands off to Williams. That little hesitation, able to get to the outside edge. A big stiff arm. But the defender's still able to keep a hold of him and bring him down. So Williams with a gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, that was a good wrap-up there by Grubbs, but Williams still managed to get 4 yards out of it.
Yeah, look, Williams tried to get the stiff arm, and Grubbs just held on. He said, yeah, you can stick your arm out, but I'm going to hold on to that thing.
And that's hard to do with Q because he tends to get away from that initial contact.
Yeah. So Cougars back out on offense. 2 running backs. Got Johnson and Williams back. Hands off to Johnson. Takes a stutter step. Cuts upfield. Looks like have a flag come in late here. So Johnson able to pick up 2 or 3 yards there on the game. Bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Kind of curious to see what this flag's on because you had big Crip Stamper way downfield making a block, and one of the linebackers didn't care for that, so I'm not sure which way it's going.
We have a dead ball, personal foul against the Generals. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty on Whitley County. From that spot, it'll be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, it's going to give them another ARH first down.
Be first down on the about 13.5-yard line there. We'll say the 14. Inside the red zone here. So just 1 minute into the third quarter, and Letcher County already in scoring position.
Yeah, they've come out with good intensity.
Holbrook takes a snap, backs up, looking down the middle. Pass complete to Branham. So touchdown Cougars. So the Cougars waste no time. 1 minute and 15 seconds into the third quarter, and they have another touchdown on the board.
Yeah, that was a nice pass and a really nice grab by Branham there as he was able to bring it in.
So not a name we've called much tonight, but showed up when it counted.
Well, he's good for 2 or 3 catches a game, and he's usually right down the middle.
Adams for the point after.
Ooh.
Good hold, good kick. Point after is good. So that ties it up 21-21. With 10:45 left in the third quarter. We're going to kick it out for one quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on BSN.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
And 10:45 left in the third quarter. The Cougars have been able to drive down the field after a great return by Cancer and tied this game up 21-21 in the first minute and 15 seconds. So
yeah, you were talking about first play kind of set the tone. Cancer came all the way across the field and got great starting field position at the 32. Cougars going to kick the ball off. Send a little bit of squib kick down to the 30-yard line. Good move there. Started out by the Colonels, but pick up about 6 yards before the Cougars able to bring them down, and the Colonels will start at their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, it's big Judson Grubb there on the return for the Colonels. So the first half was defensive struggle on both teams, so we'll see if the Cougars made any adjustments to stop Mr. Shane Parker, because he dominated the first half.
Well, you know, they were playing 8 in the box, they're shooting the gap, so it's kind of a win-lose situation. When they make good stops, they're great stops. But when they miss, it's a big game. Feast or famine kind of defense. But they still got 8 in the box, loading up. Bring the back in motion. That is Parker, and the pitch outside, able to cut it off. Good job by the Cougars being able to set the edge and hold him to about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it's hard to even say exactly who was in on that. You had about 5 Cougars. You had Kentzer and Johnson and company all right there together. I think they're going to key on Johnson. I'm sure Coach Matthews pointed out at halftime that they need to be aware of where he is at all times.
Yeah, let's see if the Colonels kind of use that, though. You know, if you've got a whole defense keying on one guy and shifting with that guy, makes it super easy to kind of pull that ball out and bootleg back to the other side and for a big game.
Yeah, you got number 25 there, Cody Bryant. That's a good ball carrier as well. So
Colonels back under center. Bring the back in motion. Hand to Parker up the middle. Looked like he would get free there for a second, but Kobe there on the spot to be able to bring him down for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Garrett Harrod grabbed him by the ankles and held him up, and Big Kobe just mowed him over.
Howard give Johnson a present. Said, I'll hold him still if you come get him. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Colonels. So we've not really seen anything bad, though, out of the Colonels this so far on 3rd down. I mean, they don't really mind if it's 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 2. They just kind of run their offense and been able to convert today.
Yeah, they tend to just do their same rhythm, same plays. I mean, and they make it work.
Back comes in motion. Quarterback backs up, is looking. He's under pressure. Gets outside. Able to avoid one tackle and takes a big lick on the sideline. But not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, he got an ARH 1st down there. Nice scramble and run by Puritan there. Like I said, he's a good-sized quarterback, and he doesn't care to tuck that ball and run it. That's why he's one of their leading rushers.
Yeah, Kirsten, he's looked like he was going to be taken down back here around the 40, but able to break an arm tackle and just rumble on for a pickup about 10 more yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 230-some yards before tonight's game, so he's added to that.
So 1st down and 10 for the Colonels on the 48-yard line. Kirsten looking to the sideline, getting the play call. Quarterback goes in motion, hands to that back. Parker looks like for a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, he met Big Sam Webb there on the inside. And Sam stopped him right at the line of scrimmage.
So they marked him at the 50, so it is a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8 from the 50-yard line.
The Cougar defensive line seems like there's a little more intensity this time through. I noticed they got a couple of younger kids in there, too, to put some more pressure on Kirton back there in the backfield.
Yeah. And so right now it's still early in the 3rd quarter, though, Mark. You know, that's what Whitley County's offense is good for. You know, repetition, it wears those linemen down.
Right, and like I said, they've made some changes to hopefully adjust to that. But
yeah,
man.
Parker takes the ball again, hand off up the middle. Looks like he picked up about 4 yards there, so he takes it down to the 46, brings up 3rd and 4.
I mean, he's just a phenomenal athlete.
That burst of speed. Well, not only the burst of speed, you know, we've seen his acceleration up the middle quite a few times tonight, but when he does get space outside, it's hard to catch him.
Yeah, I mean, and he's strong, too. I mean, he's not a real big kid, but, man, he's a strong kid, strong runner.
Colonel's back under center, back in motion. Hand off to Parker. Keeps fighting. So even with 2 or 3 Cougars a hold of him, Parker never stops. Turning those feet, able to pick up 2 yards. Looks like it'll bring up 4th and 3.
Yeah, they held him in position, but they still didn't have him on the ground. I mean, they just stopped his forward progress.
Yeah, that's kind of – Parker knew it. You could tell. They had him wrapped up, but he was sitting on a Cougar. So he kept trying to fight loose and pick up a few extra yards.
And here we go again with those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
Yeah, so not been good for the Cougars tonight so far. 4th downs have been general play. They've been able to pick up big yards on these plays. Come out in a shotgun formation. Looks like Parker's going to take the snap. Parker gets the ball. Oh, it's met in the backfield by a bunch of Cougars.
Wow.
And that's number 44.
Yeah, that's Surgeon, man. He just come untouched in there.
It's like he was almost scared to take him down. He got back there so quick he didn't know if Parker actually had the ball.
Yeah, Big Canaan Surgeon got in there so quick. I mean, he just was startled.
That had to have been a blown coverage. Like I said, Surgeon he ran straight to the quarterback.
Well, he stunted on that outside, and he come off that edge and was untouched.
So that'll bring up at that loss of 6. That'll give Cougar ball at the Colonel 48-yard line. So we got Holbrook in the shotgun with Williams. 3 wideouts to his right. Takes a snap, hands off to Williams. Williams stutter steps, tries to get to the outside. Turns upfield and pick up about 4 yards. So bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that's the cue we're used to seeing. I mean, he just waits on his blockers and sees what develops. I mean, nice running.
Yeah, so many times this year I've been like, well, Williams for a loss, gain of 2.
Yeah.
So showing good vision there in the backfield. Cougars kind of in a hurry up, get back up to the line, hand the ball back off to Williams again. This time he just lowers his head and goes straight up the middle. Able to pick up another 3 yards.
Yeah, still fell forward.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 on the 41-yard line. And I forgot to start the clock. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get that corrected real quick. We have 5:37 left in the game. I get so busy talking sometimes, Mark, I forget to click the buttons.
Well, you got so many switches and stuff you hit over there, I wouldn't even attempt.
So 3rd and 3 for the Cougars on the Colonel 41.5. We have Smith way outside here on the left. Johnson coming in motion. Williams and Holbrook in the backfield. Hand off to Williams. Looking for this left edge. Cuts it back towards the middle. Has a bunch of grass in front of him. But is able to keep fighting. Looks like he was brought down 2 or 3 times, but fights all the way down to the 19-yard line.
That was just finding a seam and doing his thing.
So a 22-yard gain by Quentin Williams is a 1st down for the Cougars on the 19.
Yeah, that's another ARH 1st down there, so they're on their move.
Line back up in shotgun formation. Looking deep to his left, Smith in the end zone. Up, had it, then he lost it.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play there. He was able to get his hand in there and pull the ball loose there.
Yeah, it's textbook by the cornerback. Smith goes up, meets the ball, high points it. Cornerback sees the ball, knocks it loose. I mean, can't ask right there in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, it was Aaron Rowe out there, and just played nice defense. There was nothing wrong on either side. That just great football.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars, still in the 19-yard line. Brings Smith in motion. Holbrook takes a snap. Rolls out to his right. Looking, goes deep, has Branham. And it's touchdown, Cougars. So Branham again. So we haven't called his name all night, and all of a sudden, it's the Branham show in the second half.
Yeah, that was a great catch. I think they ended up not focusing on him that much, so Cougars taking advantage of it.
So Holbrook that was a perfect pass, pretty pass right over the top, lays it in the corner of the end zone. So Adams will come out for the extra point attempt. Takes snap, holds good, Kick is up, and the extra point is good. So now the Cougars have taken the lead 28-21 here with 4:37 left in the third quarter.
Wow, that's huge. I mean, the Cougars come out and scored 2 unanswered possessions. I mean,
so we went from the Cougars went from down 7 at halftime to up 7 with 7.5 minutes into this third quarter. Now, quick scores, big plays. Like I said, kind of the story of the first half. Just a few more for the Cougars in the second half so far.
Well, I mean, Kent's returned the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Colonels to give them that drive to start with. So, I mean.
Yeah, and I said the Generals have done such a good job tonight converting on fourth down. But this last fourth down, the Sergeant came in and made the big play, actually able to get the offense off the field, which is a hard thing to do against this Whitley County team.
Yeah, Whitley County has been methodical. I think is the best word to describe it. Every play looks exactly the same no matter where the ball is going. They started off the same way, so it's methodical offense and very effective.
It's 4 or 5 yards. But if you miss one assignment, that's the thing about is going against a team like this is that if you miss one assignment against the Colonels, it's house call. We've seen that already a couple times. One missed tackle and Parker's got a 60-yard touchdown.
Like I said, he's got the wheels under him. If he gets to the outside, it's going to be a foot race.
So the Cougars come back out to kick this ball off. Let's see if they send it deep. Comes the kick. Kicks it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Been able to fight for it. A good run back all the way up to the 41-yard line for the Colonels.
And guess who that is? Mr. Parker. Seemed like he's done about every role on the Colonels' offense so far.
Well, we've seen this throughout the years. In high school football, you have those 1 or 2 elite athletes. You do on those teams. And as a coach, it's your job to be able to figure out how to get those athletes into space and let them do their jobs. You can't just line them up same position every time. The defense is going to be able to key on them. So Colonels come back on offense. They take over from the 41-yard line. Kirsten brings it back in motion. Hands off to the up back. Met by Johnson and 2 or 3 more Cougars. Ball comes loose. No, sorry, it was just Johnson came loose.
Yeah, Johnson popped off. Bryant ran, but was able to get a yard and a half. But it was a tough yard and a half that he got.
Yep, brings up 2nd and 8 for the Colonels on the 42-yard line. Looks like the Cougars have made some adjustments at halftime here. Looks like there's actually 10 in the box at the moment. Mark? Security backs up. Got the pass. Is wide open.
Oh, nice play.
But Speedy comes over and able to make a good defensive play and knocks the ball down.
Yeah, and they were throwing the ball to Parker that time. So another look, another opportunity to try to get the ball in his hands.
Yeah, Ramsey kind of mad at himself there. Thinks he may have had enough time, looks up, go up and get it maybe, instead of just swatting the ball down.
Yeah, he really closed the gap because I thought he had him open at first.
So it'll be a 3rd and 9 now for the Generals on their 42-yard line.
Colonels are taking their time getting the play in, so.
Yeah, they've not been in a hurry much tonight.
No.
So may have to change it up in the fourth quarter, though. Right now they're still down 7. Security comes under center. Brings Parker in motion.
Cancers.
1 second left on the play clock. Kirsten gets a quick timeout for the Generals. So they timeout for Whitley County. We will take one quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
.348 to go. Cougars holding on to a 7-point lead, 28-21. Colonels called a timeout there as the play clock was running out on them. One of the things, Matt, that I noticed there, as Parker went in motion on the offense for the Colonels, so did Kinser on the defense. Everywhere Parker rotated to, Kinser was following him.
Let's see if we can pay attention to where Kinser lines up on defense right now. He may be a permanent spy. You don't see that much. Well, so Kierson comes back under, brings it back in motion, backs up to throw, looking out over the top, looking for Parker, just a little bit underthrown.
And he was covered by Kinser.
So maybe the coaches kind of went to Kinser, looking for that leader, senior leader, and you're like, hey, we need you to step up. We got a guy we need you to cover. This is your job. And Kinser, great athlete in his own right, so that will bring up 4th and 9, and the Generals look to be coming out in a punt formation.
Yeah, Parker went off the field this time, so he's not back there to punt.
Deep snap. Good punt. Long.
Whoa.
Ramsey able to field the ball. Able to get to the outside. Cuts upfield. Lots of room to run. Big run here by Ramsey all the way down to the 34-yard line. So what looked like maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain, Ramsey's able to get loose here. And special teams has been a big story tonight, Mark.
Oh, it really was. And one of the linemen here I really liked. He stood up. He had a blind shot on a player. He stood up and bumped him, but he didn't just pancake him, so there was no flag. But, man, what a return.
Yeah, I was with you. I saw that coming. There was a lineman that had he could have probably ended that boy's career. Like, he could have blindside blocked him, and it would have been very bad. But he stood up, and he still made the block. But he did it standing straight up so that the impact wasn't as bad.
Yeah, that was a great judgment on his half, because they would have brought it way back.
Oh, yeah, it would have been too obvious. It's right here on the sideline. So the Cougars snap the ball, and Holbrook looking deep again. He has Smith down the field. This time, Smith is able to haul it in all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, and that was in good coverage, and he still caught that ball.
Yeah, so big play there by Smith. He's dropped a few tonight, but to that one he's able to haul in, so that brings up 1st and goal for the Cougars at the 2-yard line. And
I'm going to bet they had offsides.
Not sure on that one.
They was sending a sub in. I don't know if he got across on the defensive side of the ball when it was snapped or not.
They're still waiting on the call here. The Cougars with the big play. Trying to kind of build on that momentum. They got that big run back, and they said, we're just going to go for it. First play, they go deep to Smith, able to complete the pass down the 2-yard line.
The Cougars were in the hurry-up offense, and they had a player down on the Colonel side, so I think that may be an official timeout to keep the Cougars from snapping the ball. As they walk him over to the sideline there now, so I just think it was a good call on the officials to allow that player to get off the field.
So we come back out on the field. Cougars going to take the snap. Hands off to Kobe, and he's able to power his way into the end zone for another Letcher County touchdown.
Yeah. The way they had that lined up with Johnson in the pair position, I just kind of felt that's where they were going.
So the Cougars come out, go for the extra point. Good hold. Kick is up. And it is good. Extra point. So that'll take the lead from 35-21 for the Cougars.
And you have to give the assist to Smith there because that was a snap bounce back there to him, and he held it up in his hands and let her kick it out right out of his hands. So.
Well, as a man that's had a couple broken fingers, that takes guts. But so the lead now is 35 for Letcher Central Cougars and 21 for the Whitley County Colonels. We're going to take one quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. You fuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
.305 to go in the third quarter. The Cougars are out to a 35-21 lead as Big Meade gets ready to kick the ball off again for the Cougars, and the Colonels are set up and waiting, hoping to get a good return here and get something going this quarter.
Yeah, the Letcher Counties came out hot with 21 unanswered here in the second half so far. Good kick, fielded by the Generals, but that little bounce there at the end kind of slowed everything down, and the Colonels weren't able to get any room to run.
Now, just as soon as Andrew Brown was able to catch the ball, Quentin Williams was right there in his face and hit him. So,
yeah, so the bad luck there for the Colonels is a ball kind of, like I said, took a real bad bounce for them right there at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Brown actually did a good job to handle that ball. I mean, because it took a funny hop for him.
So the Colonels will take back off here on offense from their own 34-yard line. Changing the formation up a little bit. Got two wideouts to the left. Kierton under center. Takes a snap, hands it off to Parker up the middle. Able to break a couple of arm tackles, still on his feet, before he's ran out of bounds.
We got a flag back there in the backfield, so.
Let's see what it is, but it's a good run there by Parker. Right now they've got him marked for an 8-yard gain.
I'm feeling that was.
They do have a chop block on Whitley County. So that's a personal foul now. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
And that negates the good run that Parker had. And for those that don't understand, that's to protect your linemen and stuff inside there, keep them from messing up their knees and their ankles and stuff. I mean,
yeah, chop block, it's mostly used when smaller guys meet bigger guys. You try to hit someone's knees or below, take them off their feet. They can't tackle you if you're not on their feet. So, but like you said, there's too many knee injuries that have came from that over the years. So now that rule has been put in place, 15-yard penalty. Bring up 2nd and 25. Backs up, Kirsten looking deep downfield. Has his man, right off the fingertips.
And the rain has arrived.
And yes, the rain has started coming down, and it is coming down hard. And our camera's up top. So, Mark, you can take this for a second.
Yeah, I mean, they just absolutely started raining all at once right during that play. So that made that pass play even harder to complete. But they've called another penalty against the Colonels, and looks like they're going to back them on up even deeper. So the Colonels are in a very deep hole right now. They're looking at a 2nd and 30. 2nd and 35, excuse me. So the rain is starting to slack off a little bit, so hopefully it'll blow through here pretty quick, because I know that it would drop the temperatures quite a bit with the rain. So I think it's going to dissipate as fast as it came as the Colonels begin to under center. Again, Curtin had a perfect pass thrown and went right through the hands of the receiver, Grubb, and I think you would chalk that one up to just being a wet football and wet hands because of the weather. Do what? So right now, because of the rain and weather and stuff, we may be out as far as the video goes, but I'm assuming we're still on audio-wise. So they're trying to protect up there as the rain continues to fall here in Letcher County, and the Colonels are back under center. Curtin takes the snap, gives the ball to Parker, makes a couple of cuts. It's across the 30-yard line to about the 31. Nice run by Parker. Got a lot of that penalty yardage back, but it's still going to be 11 yards for a first down. So as Matt is continuing working, trying to get our equipment in out of the rain here where we can still put you back on the air, we want to make sure that you guys are tuning in and realize that what is at stake here is a home playoff game if the Cougars can hold on and win this, and looks like the Colonels are at this point is going for it. 4th and 14.
Whew, okay, relocated the camera, soaking wet, but we're all go back on. And it went back out. Nope, never back out.
And that was kind of a broken play that the Cougars helped at the beginning there. Cougars are really playing some defense right now. As the rain comes down, it seems to be hindering the Colonels' offensive plays.
Yeah, we had to move the camera inside, guys, so we are behind the windows now, so if there is a couple moments there where we may lose a good view of the field.
So they had on the scoreboard that it was 4th down the last play, but it was just 3rd, so they're punting.
Low line drive punt there by the Colonels. Goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
I mean, he's been kicking the ball pretty long, but, man, a little errant that time, so Cougars going to start in good field position again.
I know. Yeah, I unplugged it so it would work. The only cord we had lane was this one. It goes from little to big. There's no place for little up there. Straight to camera.
Cougars are going to take over at their own 43.
Mark, I'm not as young as I used to be. Got a little windage having to run upstairs, get the camera, and get back down.
You did pretty good, I thought.
Whew, all righty. So the Cougars come back out on offense. Got 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Williams in the backfield. Hand off to Williams. Makes a cut, gets upfield. Driving forward. Keeps those legs moving. Williams still on his feet. Able to pick up 11 yards and a first down.
I don't think I've ever seen a player lose his helmet, put it back on, and still be in on the tackle. Landon Bryant was in on that tackle. They knocked his helmet off. He grabbed it with his other hand and stuck it back on and still made the tackle. That's persistence. I like it.
So first down and 10 for the Cougars on the Colonel 46-yard line. Got 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Williams in the backfield with Holbrook. Takes a snap, hands off to Williams again. Williams dancing around, finally goes upfield, stays on his feet, backing up. So the last 5 or 6 yards of that run were backwards. But Q able to pick up 12 yards on the game for another ARH first down.
I'm not sure that I've seen that either. So we're seeing a lot of first here tonight.
Well, I mean, although he still had the momentum, whether he was going forwards or backwards, he just kept moving. So first and down from the 34-yard line. Looking outside, that's Colby. Kicks up for 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I had made comments earlier tonight about it being cloudy, but just in that one play, hit just like you opened up.
Yeah, and it's not a sprinkle. That rain, when it decided to come down, we have got a flat downpour.
Yeah. And you see a lot of vehicles that are leaving because they didn't want to sit out in the rain and the cold weather.
Johnson keeping them legs moving. Looks like he got wrapped up at the 30, but doesn't go down till the 24.
Yeah, again, Brown on the tackle there for him. And
so that is the end of the third quarter.
And it's going to end on a penalty, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, if it's a defensive penalty, we have to play an untimed down here. But right now, score 35 for Letcher County, 21 for Whitley County. So after the halftime score, 14-21, the Cougars come out with the big third quarter and put up 21 unanswered.
You know, last weekend, Matt, we were on top of the box during the game at Prairie Central, and I'm sure thankful that we're inside tonight.
Yeah, it's all the BSN crews, as far as I know tonight, are in the box, so I'm sure they're all happy about that one. So, still waiting on a call here on the penalty. A dead ball, personal foul on offsetting.
Offsetting again.
Yep, 2 personal fouls. So offsetting. Waiting to see what they need to do here. Looks like they're going ahead and saying that is the end of the third quarter. So we're going to kick it out for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here, guys, in about a minute on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
And we're back here at Cougar Field in the rain, starting the fourth quarter as the Cougars are driving the ball.
Yeah, Holbrook brings Smith in motion, takes a snap, hands it off. Nope, keeps it himself. Holbrook trying to get up the middle. Not much to work with there, Logs. The Colonel sniffed that one out. Keep that to a no gain. Nope, they're marking for a loss of 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure he even had a chance to get back to the line of scrimmage there. They played good defense.
The clock still has not moved down here, so I'm going to stop mine real quick. There it goes. Yeah, as the mass exodus still continues The rain drove a lot of the fans off. So Cougars come back out. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts each way, Williams and Holbrook in the backfield. Holbrook takes snap, looking downfield. Going for Smith downfield, and the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, he just threw it and passes out, stretched hand. Smith was trying to get him to throw a flag on the defense, but, I mean, it was just an errant throw.
And just out of the reach of Smith, there's still looked like a good hard pass, a tight spiral, just a little out of the reach there, Smith. Going to be a huge thing here for Whitley County if they be able to get a stop to start this fourth quarter. Only down 2 scores. Still a whole fourth quarter left.
Yeah, as we saw, I mean, halfway through the first quarter, we had 3 scores, so anything can still happen.
So Hobart takes a snap. Looks across the middle again, same pass. Almost. What? No, incomplete pass. Oh, I thought it was almost intercepted there by the Colonels.
Yeah, I mean, he tried his best to come up with it and made a great effort.
Yeah, coming down from that safety spot, just kind of read Holbrook's eyes, jumped the route, and almost had the interception.
And but I think it's a good call because he didn't really argue much with the official.
Now I'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Cougars on the 25-yard line. So this deep in their territory, you know, pretty sure the Cougars are going to go for it.
Yeah, the fourth down has been the go-to all night. So
he's got 2 wideouts to his right, 2 wideouts to his left, and able to draw Whitley County offsides.
So they get half of it back.
Yeah, so 4th and 10 now becomes 4th and 5, and you have a few more plays in that playbook that you may be able to run. So 4th and 5 from the 20-yard line coming up. 11:23 left here in the fourth.
And it looks like the rain may be dissipating.
Looks like we have a final from Breathitt County. The Breathitt County Bobcats win their last district game 50-0 over the Danville Admirals. Cougars back up, 4th and 5. Hobart can take the snap. Looks out here to his right. Oh! Big break up there. Looked like Brandon may have been able to bring the pass in, but the big hit by the defensive back knocks that ball loose.
Yeah, and again.
I know.
Shane Parker.
Parker with the big hit for the Colonels, able to knock that ball loose. And like I said, a big play here. So still with 11:20 left in this game, and they get the ball back to see if they can cut this to a one-score game.
Yeah, there's still a lot of football to be played.
Bring it back in motion, hand the ball up to the up back. Big hole up the middle. Good run there for a 12-yard gain for the Colonels.
Yeah, that's Bryant. Bryant just run it straight down the middle. I mean, strong runner.
That'll bring up a 1st down and 10 on the 32-yard line.
I think the Cougars were so concentrated on Parker that Bryant made a nice drive.
So coming out a little more spread. I got one wide out each way. Kierton under center. Brings Parker in motion. Hands off to the up back. Cougars able to clog that one up, though.
Yeah, Big Sam Webb was right there waiting on him that time.
So 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Colonels.
Colonel's offense has been methodical all night, but they know now that the clock is not in their favor, so they're going to have to make something happen in this drive.
Backs up. Cureton looking deep downfield. Has his man over the middle. Good catch. Brought the ball in. So they're going to mark him down about the, still waiting on the signal here. Looks about the 40-yard line. So big pass play there. So Ramey with the big stop there. Looks like he's a little slow. Shook up a little bit on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big game play for him, and got him another ARH first down there. So Colonel's definitely not.
Colonel's back under center. Little miscommunication there. Took a Cureton. Loss of, you got him marked for a loss of, well, one side's got him marked for 4 and one's got him marked for 2. All right, loss of 2. So that'll bring up 2nd and 12. With 9:30 remaining here in the 4th.
Yeah, like I said, Colonel's trying to keep this drive alive, but they were just miscommunication that time, and he didn't have nothing to do.
So 2nd and 12 and a half here for the Colonels. Whitley County comes back out. One wide out to the right. Brings it back in motion. Pulls the ball back, looking downfield. We got a flag on the play, and the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to get a big lineman there for holding.
Yeah, it looked like one of the interior linemen there for the Cougars was trying to shoot a gap, and all of a sudden had an arm wrapped around him. So, yeah, that is a holding penalty.
And that happened right in front of the official. That was a pretty obvious call. So,
yeah. Looks like we have another foul. The Corbin Redhounds come out of Hazard tonight with a 49-3 win over the Prairie Central Commodores.
That was 2 games that were ended pretty quickly compared to theirs.
Maybe 48. I think maybe 48-3 Paris, Corbin. I'm sorry. So that brings up 2nd and 22. Take the handoff, back up, looks to pass over the middle, has got his man. Is that? Oh, he brought that down.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable catch.
Wow. It looked like Outlaw may have been able to get an interception out of that, but
yeah, it's Andrew Brown on the reception for the
Brown just ripped it away.
Yeah.
Great catch.
Yeah, that was just same play, just different receiver that time, and they found a seam in the middle of the field on the Cougars here right now.
That brings up a 3rd and 1. I'm sorry, I had it marked. 3rd and 1 on the 31-yard line. Bring the back in motion. Hand off to the up back. Able to. It'll be close.
I'm not sure.
He lowered his head there at the last second.
Completely depend on the spot.
Yeah, they placed the ball right on the 30-yard line. That's right where the marker's at. They're going to go ahead and signal for the first down.
So that's an ARH first down by the Colonels. So.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the Colonels at the 30-yard line here with 7:40 left in the 4th quarter. So the Colonels, like I said, that juggernaut, kind of methodical offense, like I said, still churning on down the field here.
Yeah, they say this game's a long way from over yet, and I mean they're on a drive right now.
So 1st and 10. Colonels come out. Hand off to Parker, middle, nothing there. Keeps fighting. It's wrapped up by, looks like Quentin Williams got a hold of him, but forward progress will give him about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, he just finds a seam where there isn't one about it. And
yeah, I thought he'd stop for a 1-yard gain. Next thing I know, he was 4 or 5 more yards up the field.
Yeah, and then Quentin grabbed a hold of him, but still, I mean, like I said, it just they're methodical about what they do, and they're just kind of in your face, and you got to stop me because this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about we knew the offense coming in. The Cougars knew the offense coming in. But knowing what it is and being able to stop it's two different things. So, line back up under center. Colonel's got one wide out to the right. Bring the back in motion. Looking deep downfield. Going for that down the middle again.
This one's picked off.
And this one is caught by number 3.
Yeah, this Mason Stevens on the interception there.
So, Stevens paying attention back there to that same route. They went back to it again. Stevens able to read that play, jump in there, and get the interception and turnover for Letcher County.
And that was a huge play for the Cougar defense.
That kind of takes the wind out of the sails. You know, like I said, the Colonels had been about 5 minutes with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they were eating up clock, but they were going down the field, and then all of a sudden 2 scores behind, and Cougars have the ball.
Yeah, so that'd be 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the 7-yard line. 6:17 left here in the 4th. Brings Smith in motion, hand off to Williams, trying to look for a hole on the right. Cuts back to the left, still fighting forward. Williams keeping those legs moving, able to pick up about 14 yards there for the Cougars.
Yeah, like I said,
make that 16 yards to bring it all the way out to the 23.
So Cougars are able to get a ARH first down, and that's what they need to do is control the clock, control the football, and just methodically push it down. Same way the Colonels have been doing, because the clock's in their favor right now.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you know, like I said, yeah, the clock is the Cougar friend, and they're just trying to take their time in the huddle and try to milk some of this clock. We have a flag on the play.
Had too many men on the field, perhaps.
Still not seeing a call from the White Hat, but
it's 15 yards.
They have moved it 10 yards. No, you're right. Yep, 15 yards. All the way up to the 39-yard line. So the Cougars will have 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Here with 5:45 left in the 4th.
I'm not 100% sure what the penalty was.
I'm not either. They never made a motion, never made an announcement. Take the handoff to Williams. Williams gets to the outside, cuts back up field. Smart move staying in bounds there. Still able to pick up about, well, he's still on his feet. They blow the play dead, though, after about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, right now, I mean, both teams are trying to play tough and make something happen, so it's really physical out there at this point.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot riding on this game, Mark. You know, like I said, the 2nd seed, the home field game for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a big deal when you talk about a football program being able to play a playoff game at home.
So the Cougars come back out. Going to bring Smith in motion. Hand off to Smith, coming to the right. Cuts back upfield. There's a flag in the backfield. Smith is actually being held up for no gain. Another flag comes in.
That's probably going to be 2 of them against the Cougars.
Yeah, and you hate to see it this late in the game. Emotions are running high, but still got to have better control of yourself than that, Mark. Yep, you're right. We have a personal foul on the Cougars, and then after the play, a unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cougars. So that'll back them up 30 yards.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Matthews is beside himself down there on the sideline. because they played nearly a flawless game until this.
So take the ball all the way back to the 14-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 35 for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, you got, there's another, he's just throwing his flag back to him. I thought they threw another one, but they're giving it back to the official.
Yeah.
But, yeah, one was during the play and one was after the play, so they marched off both of them.
So the Cougars come back out. Still got that tight formation. Just Holbrook and Williams in the backfield. Nope, going to go down the middle. Holbrook looking for, Kinser, but not able to make the pass. But the clock is still running for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure why on that, but they called pass interference on the play.
I'm waiting to see where the clock stops, or if it does. Hey, nope.
I'm sure they'll reset it. They just haven't motioned up here and told them to stop it yet. Because there it stopped.
Yep. So still waiting on the call here. Look what looked like to be a pass interference. Still waiting on the call.
Yeah, they called an interference.
Okay. That's how I think they're trying to figure out what's going on with the clock then. So, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're going to redo the clock, I'm thinking.
From the 29-yard line. So they've set the clock for 3:40.
So they got 10 yards back on the penalty, and it's still.
It's still 2nd and 20. So hand off to Williams. Patient, trying to find the edge. Cuts upfield. Able to pick up. Looks like about 10 yards and stay in bounds.
So he got half of that again. So if Cougars come back and get a first down here, they probably have done what they needed to do to win this ballgame.
Yeah, so third and 10 from the 39-yard line with 3:10 left on the clock. So this is what I said with the Whitley's good for the whole game, this kind of offense. So when you're getting this kind of situation, it kind of makes it harder to feel like you can come back on this one.
Yeah, and this has been an interesting game where the scoring is win already. So
tight formation, one wide out to the left. Holbrook takes a snap. Hands off to Williams, who hands off to Ramsey. Back going to the left. Cuts back up the middle. Able to pick up like 6 yards.
yeah, I felt like he run 15 to gain 6 there.
Well, Ramsey, not the tallest man out there, so his legs go 1,000,000 miles an hour, but sometimes it doesn't seem like he goes very far.
Well, and he went back and forth from one side of the field to the other a couple of times in the process. So it's 4th and 4, and I'm sure the Cougars are going to go for it with 2 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock and ticking.
So the PA and the music guy here's got the cheerleaders fired up. Playing some music here late in the game.
Yeah. The Cougar Crazies are still all standing on their feet down there like they've been the whole game.
Yeah, 4th and 4 here. Line up 2 wideouts each way. Holbrook doesn't take a play. Goes ahead and calls a timeout with 1:42 on the clock. So we're going to take this opportunity to get one last commercial in, and we'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
.142 left in this ball game. The Cougars are still up 35-21. 4th down and 4 on their own 45.
Hit going for it here in 4th and 4. Looks like going for the punt. Smith backs up. Punt, and the punt is blocked partially. Straight up in the air, lands at the 50. Takes a Colonel hop back to the 43. There is a flag on the play.
He's going to pick it up because they got the ball.
Yeah, the flag is waved off. The flag gets waved off if the ball is tipped.
That's a good call.
So, yeah, the ball was tipped. If you hit the punter and the ball, that is illegal too. It is legal to hit the punter, but if you were to miss the ball any whatsoever and still hit the punter, it would be a roughing the punter call.
Right.
But the Colonels will get it back here on the 43-yard line.
With 1:32, stranger things have happened, but it would.
Yeah, we need a quick touchdown, an onside kick, another quick touchdown. So we've seen it happen before, like I said, but it's not very common.
Now, and the Cougars have tightened up their defense this second half. So far, the Colonels have not scored in this half.
So we can see the Cougars have already they got their defensive backs, line back. They've not got 10 in the box anymore. Colonels come out, running back in motion, backs up, deep throw down the middle, and is pulled in. What a catch!
Nice play.
So still hope. The Colonels, the deep throw down the middle, complete the pass all the way down to the 13-yard line. They have another first down.
And, by the time they get the sticks and stuff, now the Colonels will be ready to get on the ball.
Yeah. So they motion to start the clock. Whitley County hurries up to the offensive line. Quick snap, rolls back, looking. Now we have had a flag. Did you see the motion?
He done that, and he pointed towards the Cougars, so.
So still waiting. Still got the marker over there at 1st and 10.
It's going to be against the Cougars. They run a sub in, and I don't know if he got on the right side of the ball before they.
So maybe an illegal substitution there. But anyway, it's a 5-yard gain for the Colonels to bring up 1st and 5 from the 6.5, 7-yard line. Minute 7 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Colonels take the snap, rolls out to his right. Looking, pass complete. Pass complete right down to the
2-yard line.
2-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Colonels.
And was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. So, good ball. Clock management. Got it right on the 2-yard line hash mark.
Yeah, being able to get out of bounds is a huge thing right here this late in the game, being able to save those timeouts.
Absolutely.
Colonels come back out, get lined up. And we have another stoppage. Not sure. They're going to call for a measurement of the ball. Thought they'd already signaled first and goal. Nope, they had it marked at 2nd and inches.
So they're going to measure it.
So bringing the chain crew in. Going to see if get a fresh set of downs here from the 2-yard line for the Colonels. Going to stretch the chains out, and they're going to say
2nd down.
2nd down. So just a few inches shy of the 1st and goal. Get the change reset here and get this play going.
Yeah, after that reception over there, I'm not sure that down chain marker has seen its last life. They had
that stick looked a little rough. It may have seen its last football game.
And the rain starts again.
Yeah, Colonel back under center. Take the snap, hands off, and just up the middle, touchdown for Whitley County. My clock didn't start for some reason. That brings it to 55 seconds here on the game, where the Whitley County Colonels have cut the lead 27-35. So the rain, like you said, Mark, is coming down again heavily. So Whitley County backs up for the extra point. Going to go for one. Snap, kick is good. So they cut the lead to 7 points here with 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Mark, we're just going to leave it right here. What's your overall thoughts of this game?
I mean, we expect it to be a close game, but the way the scoring went, this is the first score in the 4th quarter for either team. So,
yeah, the Cougars came out hot there in the third quarter, the first part of the second half, and had 21 points. But like you said, so far in the 4th quarter, they've been held scoreless.
And in the 2nd quarter, it was 2 touchdowns by Whitley County and no scores for Letcher Central. So it's been a game of quarters. Each quarter's been almost like a new game. And right now, the rain is really, really coming down.
Yeah, it's not a sprinkle for sure. That rain is coming down heavily. I said only a minute left in the game.
I'm sure Whitley is probably looking at an onside kick in this weather conditions.
Yeah, that may
play in their favor.
May be beneficial. And the Cougars came up. They've got them all kind of scrunched up, but still not in a true onside kick formation here. So squeezing them on in.
I only count 10 Cougars on the field.
Comes a kick, gets a bounce. Good bounce for Whitley County. Goes over the top and looks like Outlaw comes. Nope, Whitley County's got it. Wow. So Whitley County with a huge special teams play is able to get the onside kick. Nope. Well, now they're discussing it. Big call here, Mark.
Yeah, it really is. And
at first, I thought Outlaw would come up with it.
And they pointed that Whitley County had the ball, but
yep.
I don't know. I'm like you. Why it looked like Outlaw got on the ball, but I don't know if he come out of the pile with it or not.
No, I just have to wait and see. Like I said, as the wind looks like it's coming in now, and the rain is coming in sheets. First down, yep, Whitley County recovers the ball. They will take over on offense from the 44-yard line.
With 53, and I may have miscounted, but I honestly think that Cougars only had 10 players on the field.
So 53 seconds left. Colonels take the ball. Offense, 1st and 10. Backs up. Looking downfield, pressure. Pass incomplete.
I tell you, I cannot believe how quickly Kirchner got rid of that ball, but he had a young man right in his face there. I mean, Brody Griffith comes straight in unobstructed and put the hammer on him.
Yeah, so still 2nd and 10 here on the 44-yard line with 50 seconds left, and the Colonels have a chance to come back.
I got rained on.
The water's blowing in sideways.
Come from up there.
So the snap is low, able to be handled, but the Cougars there for the defense have stood the back up.
Yeah, this weather's definitely playing havoc on both
The clock
teams.
is still running. I figured there'd be a timeout call.
Yeah, they've called it over there. They just haven't stopped the clock.
Okay, so we have to wait and see how much time's left.
There's some of our toughing the weather out.
Yeah, we had the top hatch here. The press box is open, and everybody's equipment's getting soaked. Rain's blowing in so hard. Let's see, they did call a timeout from Whitley County, and the clock ran for a little bit, so I'm not sure if they're going to put any time back on the clock.
I'm sure they will have to put time back on the clock. I'm not sure exactly what they'll come up with, but we need windshield wipers for the windows in the press box.
Yeah, it's
rains are blowing in so hard.
Yeah, so we're on I've still got some cords upstairs, Mark. I don't know how well they're going to fare. But, so we may just have a dry out session tomorrow. Anyway, back to the game. Like I said, these conditions may have come into play because the snap there by the Colonels was not fielded cleanly. They were able to get it back, but after a quick tackle by the Cougars puts it at 3rd and 14. So 41 seconds is what they're going to put on the clock. So we have 3rd and 14, 41 seconds left. Colonel takes snap, backs up, looking to throw. Right in his face, big hit.
Yeah, that was a lineman that caught that pass, though, so I'm sure that's what the penalty flag was.
Yeah, there was a flag called.
You had a lineman that caught the pass.
It was that play was a little bit of a hot mess. I've lost my notes and all this. Everybody moving around for all this rain here, Mark.
I mean, he had a lot of pressure on him. They was blitzing, the Cougars were, and he just had to get rid of it. So he saw a man out there, and he threw it to him, and he caught it, but it was a lineman. So.
There was a man in white, and he was all wide open.
Yeah.
Just was not an eligible receiver. So see how they going to mark this back. So 5-yard penalty will make it 3rd and 19 for the Colonels.
So the Colonels have 35 seconds to
35 seconds to go 54 yards.
In tough weather and a tough Cougar defense. So.
Cougar faithfuls, the ones that are left through the rain, trying to get behind their team here. Colonels come out in a shotgun formation, 2 wideouts each way. Takes a snap, low snap, looking downfield, big throw. Chip Stamper hits him as he throws. It is intercepted by Kinser. So Kinser with the big interception here to end the game.
We got a flag on the field back here.
Oh. So maybe roughing the passer. He did take a big hit as he let go of the ball. See. Had a lot of turns, twists, and turns tonight, Mark. So looks like they are still spotting the ball at the 35-yard line. Did they?
He may have waved that off, but he'd thrown a flag. It may be.
There was a flag on the field, but Kinser with the big interception here about the 30-yard line, ran it back to the 35 and then got on his knee. So So victory formation. Cougars come out, take a knee as the clock is rolling. And looks like Whitley County is going to be going to hold on to these last couple timeouts. As the clock winds down, the Cougars are going to get out of here with a win, the number 2 seed in the district.
Yeah, that was a big win for them, and the Colonels come back and made it interesting. We said stranger things have happened. They scored and had the ball again within 15 seconds after that onside kick.
We about spoke it into reality there. A quick touchdown, the onside kick, and I think the weather conditions kind of helped out the Cougars in this. The rain started coming down hard again. A couple of bad snaps there, mishandles there on the snaps. Colonels weren't able to get into their offense to get the ball down the field. But we're going to take one quick minute to get one last commercial break in, and we'll be right back here to wrap it up on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
And we're back. The Cougars were able to finish up this game and get the big win to ensure that they have a hometown playoff game here at Cougar Field with a score of 35-28. And this was an interesting game, Matt, to say the least. First quarter, the LCC Cougars scored 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go. And Emma put in the point after to make it 7-0. On Q's 56-yard touchdown pass and run. Colonels answered right back. Shane Parker, 69-yard run with 6:38 to go, and Centers put in the point after to make it 7-all. Cougars then come right back with big Kobe Johnson got the 10-yard dash with 5:52 left in the first quarter, and Emma done the extra point. So at the end of the first quarter, the Cougars had a 14-7 lead. Second quarter was all Whitley County. 2 scores, both of them by Shane Parker. He had a 23-yard rush with 8 minutes and 28 seconds left in the quarter. And again, a 1-yard run in with 24 seconds right at the end of the half, and that put Whitley County up 21-14. And we were talking at halftime about adjustments in the third quarter. Letcher County Cougars come out, and they scored 3 unanswered touchdowns in the third quarter. Keiston Branham caught 2 touchdown passes back-to-back. First one was 13-yard pass, and that put the Cougars back tied at 21-all at 10:45. Come right back to Branham again the next time they had the ball and connected it once again. Cougars took the lead 28-21. Then big Kobe Johnson was able to get in the end zone for the third score of the quarter for the Cougars with 3 minutes left. Cougars had a 35-21 lead, and in the fourth quarter, until right at the end of the quarter, no one had actually scored, and Shane Parker added another one for the Colonels with 55 seconds. Centers added the point extra, so it's a 7-point ball game. Colonels got the onside kick, but just wasn't able to get back in there, and the Cougars finally capped the night off with that interception and got a big win.
Yeah, the Cougars showed a lot of grit. Like I said, got down. They were down 7 at halftime. Like I said, fought back all third quarter, just controlled by the Cougars. And then their defense stepped up and was finally able to get some of those stops that they weren't able to get in the first half. Those big fourth down conversions just weren't in the cards there in the second half for Whitley County. Did make that big run, though, man. That got exciting there at the end. Cut it down to 1 score and the onside kick. I said, had to make some more drama here first tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 14 points and then you score with 55 seconds left, get the onside kick, and man, I mean, you could feel the air kind of suck out of the crowd here. They're like, oh no, are they really going to do it?
Yeah, and we have Anthony Resaglio here with us at the end. What was kind of feel down here at the other end of the press box?
Well, just I'll be very brief here, guys. Just going to say that, one thing that impressed me about the Cougars tonight, they did not turn the ball over at all. That was real impressive. I thought they had Whitley County turned it over a few times. Like you all said, it got really interesting late. Down on the other end there, the PA just making sure what was going on with the clock and the refs and everything. They did a great job tonight. Just the penalties, a lot of penalties late, but that made it an interesting game. And I wanted to say this, guys, for the first time in 2 years, the Cougars have clinched a home playoff game. And I was talking with a guy that I work with this past week in London, Kentucky, at one of my trainings, and he's works with Wayne County's coaching staff. And what's so interesting about that on who the Cougars will play, he told me Taylor County defeated them. Wayne County, Taylor County defeated Wayne County. Wayne County defeated Russell County. Russell County defeated Taylor County. So I don't know if it'll be Wayne County or not because they have to play Bull this week. So really who comes down to the win between Russell and Taylor County? Also, I think Lincoln County is in that group. Someone told me. I don't know that 100%. But I think that's a 5-team district. But I think it's going to be fun. Who the Cougars play here in 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to being with you all at the Cam Stadium on Pond Creek next week. No, not the old way, Mark Young. There, thankfully, we got 119. But looking forward to having that. And just a great win for the Cougars. And, Mark, a big night here tonight, just with it being homecoming on senior night and then at halftime as well, too, with the bands doing the senior night. How'd you feel like that went tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really exciting. I mean, homecoming, and we want to actually give her a shout out once again.
Miss Jasmine
Sexton for being the homecoming queen. They honored the seniors football players before the game. At halftime, they honored the senior band members, and just a lot of great festivities. I mean, it was a shame that the rain came in here towards the end, but man, what a great night for football and what a successful night for the Cougars.
Yeah, definitely. I just love seeing all the community involvement. Like you just brought up, I mean, we had so many things going on tonight, and it wasn't just about the football game. There was 4 other groups that were honored, and like I said, it's just a great community up here.
Yeah, that can't beat it. One of the best in the mountains, if not the best, right, Mark Young?
Oh,
and really quick, too, talking about community events and everything like that, Matt was going to say behind the scenes we had a raffle earlier, and a guy won 2 free tickets to the Kentucky-Auburn game tomorrow night, Daryl Sturgill, so congratulations to him on those wins. But thank you guys for letting me come on here late. I just wanted to say that I was really impressed that the Cougars didn't turn it over tonight, and they get a home game in 2 weeks for the playoffs, and I'm looking forward for that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And like I said, we're going to cut out tonight, guys, but if you guys want some more sports action, the BSN will be here tomorrow all day with some volleyball action. Like I said, I'll be at Powell County bright and early for the Knott Central versus Breathitt County game at 11 a.m., and we will have all 4 first-round games of the 14th Region Volleyball Tournament.
Wow, I've done a few volleyball games. That's going to be fun there, Matt. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day for sure. Like I said, I got to go back to the office, get some stuff gathered up, and then get on to the house, get a nap in before I get all this volleyball. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, had a great night of football up here. So for Matt Hudson, Mark Young, we had behind the scenes, we had Kobe Ambergy and Tucker Mason and Anthony here at the end. So thank you guys for listening in. From BSN, we'll see you next time.